There we go. We're recording now.
Again, Jet, you did it wrong. You have to count down. You can't tell us
No.
after you start doing it.
No.
Hello, and welcome to Non-Standard Action. I am Tom, your GM, and you are listening to Paizo's Adventure Path Fly Free or Die. Did I have a weird emphasis on non today? Non.
I didn't notice.
Standard action. A little bit.
Non like the delicious Indian bread.
Oh,
No, this is like N-O-N. Don't even get me started on teaching like
Yeah,
first
actually, can we
graders, 'cause
change
that
what
would
our
be the
stream is
problem.
about?
Try teaching a first grader to spell non, like, you know, the delicious Indian food, like you said. It's like,
It's
anyway,
pretty easy, man.
no,
2 A's.
no, it's really not, because they'll make it an O, Simon, or they'll make, you know, if I told them to spell non, like N-O-N, like non-standard action, it would be N-A-N for some reason. Like,
Are they
there's
not
no,
familiar with homophones?
no, not yet. They're in first grade. This is how they're
no, they're
learning.
in first grade, Simon.
Also, Simon, if you're wanting to switch our focus to like bread stuff, we could still keep it in the TTRPG realm, and I could dust off my notes for Shokugeki Sentai Flavor Ranger, the food-themed Power Ranger series that I wanted to run.
What mechanics does it use? Oh, sorry. We should probably start the show.
But I want to go further with this bread goof. Jet, if you run that game, I will create a character that's literally just a hand holding a sentient loaf of bread being powered by the bread. There you go. That's mine.
Is the bread slowly consumed over time?
Yes, it's a horrifying concept, honestly.
You should play a sourdough starter since it's technically alive.
Slow.
Well,
It'd just be like Harold.
it is like Harold. Harold did sleep in a jar once. I
Herald
think,
was
or a
secretly
planter.
bread starter.
Well, yeah, actually, no.
Sourdough starter, but it's skinned like a cowboy. Oh my!
During the sourdough trend at the beginning of the pandemic, I had a sourdough starter that I called Harold.
That's right. I do remember that, and I remember Simon's distaste for it.
Yep.
Made it a little bit harder to eat, yeah.
Well,
Anyhow,
as you all could tell, joining me today are my players and yours, Jet, Leif, Liz, and Simon. Nick is unavailable today, as real life has reared its less fantastical, yet necessary head and claimed their time. This is okay. They will be back. But today's icebreaker question is, if you were left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one at all, which would you choose, and why? Let's get names, pronouns, and answers, starting with Liz.
oh no, that's terrible. Hi, I'm Liz. She, her, and I play Auntie Nuna, who is also she, her. Oof. You know, I've gone back and forth on this one. I think that Auntie Nuna would want to be on the deserted island with her greatest enemy because it would be an opportunity to become friends again. Or to become friends, I think. You know, she's all for second chances. So
Yeah.
and if they're stranded on a deserted island, they'll have to work together.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe they can, you know, work out their issues.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. How about Jet?
I'm Jet, playing Gus. Both of us are he, hims. And I think I'm going to second Auntie Nuna's answer. I think Gus would rather be with someone he hates that he could potentially turn into a friend than just be by himself.
All by himself.
Yeah, yeah. Easy to go mad, I think, by yourself. But maybe somebody will choose that. How about Leif?
It's an interesting question. I'm not entirely certain how you're going to get Catch on an island with a clone of himself.
That just means
But-
he's alone.
Yeah, I think he's going to be alone either way. Either way he picks.
Oh, yikes. Well,
That
then,
says more about him than that question was meant to, I think.
that is telling, yes. But that's why we do these questions. And Simon.
Yeah, so Maria's greatest enemy is obviously Aline. I forget. Did we decide whether Aline uses she or they pronouns?
Also they.
Okay. Yeah. I think Mariath would choose to be on the island with them, if only because it would like really be unpleasant for Aline, because like they would lose their job, and Mariath doesn't care.
Oh, I love it.
So Mariath would just like enjoy watching her like them struggle and try to escape, and maybe foil them.
Yeah.
I'm not stuck on this island with you. You're stuck on this island with me.
I do love that about Maria. They're very easygoing, except when it comes to Aline Resora.
Yes.
And then, or I guess the company as a whole. And
Yeah.
then
As
the
a
gloves are off. I will stoop to any level of
all
anything.
120,000 gloves. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
Ooh,
weird
maybe
that I'm
more.
just
I have
imagining
more
a
than 200.
professor and counter professor from like Gilligan's Island.
I'm also trying to figure out who Gus's enemy would be. Because the closest thing that I could think of is either a giant rock that pinned him under the earth, or the person that we already killed who punched his horn off and tried and kidnapped all his friends.
Maybe
Not
it's
the
hunger.
giant rock.
Maybe it's hunger because he gets real grumpy when he's hungry, and he hates that.
127 hours, but it's Gus.
Oh.
I don't know what's
Ah.
127 hours.
It's the James Franco movie about that dude, the real life dude who was rock climbing in Colorado, got his arm caught. in a
Oh,
rock.
jeez, yeah.
Yep. Thinking about it still.
Cut it
Man,
off.
that freaked me out when I read about it I don't know why I was reading about it in elementary school, but I read about it in elementary school, and it still freaks me out now.
And just
So-
Yeah.
Honestly.
having been certified for CPR and first aid for so long, just thinking about the logistics of that, because he couldn't do it at a joint unless he did it at the elbow, which means at some point he had to saw through
No.
bone because he had to tourniquet above the cut.
No, it's so much better than that. It's so much better than that because he didn't even he just had a pocket knife. He didn't have a saw or anything, so he had
Well-
to break both of the
Nah,
forearm bones.
That's okay. Tom doesn't
Then
want to hear
cut
about
around
this
that.
anymore.
Okay,
No, no, no.
see,
Change
I knew it
the
was a
topic.
pocket knife, and my experience with like
I, as the
multi
GM, am
tools
changing the
is
subject.
there's
Thank
a
you.
saw.
Last week, I will keep talking over you. Last week on Non-Standard Action, our crew of free-flying traders were given a job by none other than Tarika, friend of the crew and dispatcher, for the severance package.
And
Her daughter.
adorable otter.
And adorable otter, yes. Our lovable otter friend. Her daughter Shan, also an adorable otter, the Bernari people is what we call them in Starfinder, had ceased communicating soon after telling Tarika that the company was up to no good on the water world of Entha out in the vast. Tarika asked the crew to go out there and check on Shan, and to bring her back if she was amenable to the idea. The crew didn't waste a moment hesitating, and set about forming a plan to get some cargo that would give them an excuse to go out to the EdgeCorp-owned planet. Upon arriving on Entha, they found the crew of the Wintermorn there, also ostensibly to help out the company with some mining operation that they were working on. The crew found where Shan was being housed during her work on the terraforming project, and stole a tour boat to drive out to the underwater platform. And it was about at that time that they felt shots off of their boat's hull. So we are going to come back with some initiative rolls as this aquatic ambush is sprung.
I'm gonna say it because I think I was muted and I don't think it was heard, but I require acknowledgement for adorable otter daughter.
Oh,
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah. Adorable otter
Acknowledged.
daughter.
Acknowledged.
You are
Your
acknowledged.
feelings are acknowledged. We're so good at this.
Acknowledged
I
and
watched-
admired.
I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine last night. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love
Oh, I
that.
love
Oh,
that show.
yeah. I get
I
that
have to
quote.
apologize for watching it.
We're so good at this.
Yes, and they're just weeping and acknowledging each other's feelings.
Whoops, that was a double initiative roll for some
I
reason.
need a high initiative here.
Oh, look, everybody's initiative rolls. Ooh,
Hey,
I
I said hi.
Hey, but
I rolled.
Gus isn't trapped.
I got a
with
nat
the
one.
Poor initiative he rolled, thanks to Maria.
It's a good deal for gas.
It is. It's a
Dragon
super good
Clan-
deal.
That not Dragon Clan. That
Partner
partner
bond.
bond draft is fantastic for that. All right. Pardon me, I have several initiatives that I have to roll here, as these wave cutters are sort of you turn around maybe in your seats because to set the scene once more, you are in a tour boat while Ketch is in his torpedo mini sub, riding alongside you all, and so you're in a tour boat that is effectively a large pod with a glass dome over it. Ketch is in a mini torpedo sub, once again riding alongside. And yes, Ketch has to name it the torpedo. Thank you, Simon.
God.
I will not steal the credit for that one. And so you all are currently enclosed in this vehicle. But if they break your vehicle, you're gonna have some issues being out here. You're about an hour out from Elysia, so you're gonna have to figure something out. You could always, I don't want to suggest the obvious plan here, but you could murder them and take their boats, which I am afraid is going to happen. But we'll see. So they begin firing on your boat, and we are going to enter into initiative order with. Yes, Jen.
I was just gonna say I sympathize with your initiative rolls. The sheer number.
Yes. Catch last Thursday's episode where Jet played for an hour of the 2-hour episode because he had so many bad guys. And that is not me, poking fun. That is me once again empathizing for large fights. So show the one of these wave cutters. Notably, their domes, because the wave cutters, remember you saw these when Averin Sikoris emerged on the dock with you all. They have
Point
little
of order.
domes that, like a convertible, sort of fold back. So their domes are open underwater. They all seem to have their environmental protections up so that they are not also in total cover. So, Liz, did you have something to add before we begin?
Where is Sloan on the initiative?
Sloan was not rolled. Do I have a volunteer to run Sloan today for combat purposes?
Can Simon maybe do it? He knows operatives.
Yeah, but I
Simon is
really
not-
hate playing two characters.
Oh.
I will play Sloan if nobody has a desire to. I understand. And yeah, I'll definitely play Sloan if I keep rolling like that. That is a natural 1 on Sloan's initiative for a total of 6.
It's
Good
what
news is-
Sloan.
Big mood.
It's what Sloan would have wanted.
It is what Sloan would have wanted. All right, here we go. So, Drunk Fat Ninja volunteers. Perhaps another time, Ninja. We haven't gotten any guest stars on to play absent characters ever since Series 1, but that's okay. So, Shobad, this Shobad here in this wave cutter, they do look pretty silly in their tiny little wave cutters, which only fit 1 passenger, because they take up the entirety of the cab. So this Shobad basically just holding onto it like a wakeboard, sort of swings around a large welder-looking gun and is going to open fire on your tour boat.
Oh,
Oh.
Kronk.
Somebody has that tour boat's stats handy in that handout. that I gave.
I got it open.
Wonderful. So they begin firing. That is a 29 to hit.
Oh, that's gonna super hit the boat.
Yeah.
Its EAC's only 14.
Yes. It's almost like
Yeah.
a giant honking vehicle.
This thing's gonna fall apart like wet tissue paper underwater.
It is.
At least it, you should have built it out of wooden doors. Am I right? Am I right, Link?
I'm feeling triggered, Tom.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't resist, dear listener. We had a revelation this weekend of on the hardness rating for doors versus the hardness rating for most vehicles. Anyhow, the
It's all
plasma
Flex
array.
Seal. It's all Flex Seal, and it always has been.
Yes. So this welder-looking gun, it is mechanically a Red Star plasma array, is going to slam into your boat for 4 points of electric and fire damage before your hardness reduces it.
Oh, well, that's just 1 point of damage then.
Well, there you have it. So a little singe. And yes, before anybody asks, these are underwater weapons, therefore they deal full damage and don't have to take penalties to attacks. So these guys are jerks, and we are
Big
on
fat
to
jerks.
big fat jerks. It's my turn again. This other welder is going to also take a shot. Oh, I forgot to have him. So for the ease of this combat, because this isn't like your typical vehicle chase or anything like that. We're going to assume that they're keeping a rough pace with you all, and you all are continuing forward. Does that sound good to you all?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Green is going to take another shot. And by another, I mean his first shot. That is with the Wave Cutter's penalty to attacks. Come on now. Oh, there it is. I have a 15 versus your vehicle's EAC.
That'll still hit.
All
All right.
numbers hit to this ship.
Yeah. Well, I do have to roll fairly high to, well. Anyway, that is a 7 for damage to your ship.
That's another 4 damage.
Okay. And finally, Red is going to take another shot. One last shot before the PCs get their turn. That is the same exact roll of 15 versus your EAC for another 7 points of electricity and fire. How's the boat's health looking there, Leif?
Three more hit points, and then it's broken.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, we are on to Gus Barrett Sinclair.
I believe we should go to Morayoth since I am borrowing Morayoth's.
That's fine. We are on to Morayoth.
Yeah, I guess the first question is like, now that we're pretty damaged, are there gaps where like water is filling in that we could fire out of, or do we need to surface before we can really shoot back at all?
So,
Last week,
you can let down the dome. You can let down the dome while you're underwater. Since you've overridden the controls for this vehicle to begin with, you can override that safety measure. It'll flood the cabin. Everybody will need to have their environmental protections on. But I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the fight. I would allow you to have done that as the first shot came off the bow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
So, I am a very kind and benevolent GM. So in short,
All right.
the dome is
So
down.
Morayoth will call out, all right, everyone, this is going to stop being much of a submarine. And we'll open the big dome, instead making it just a waveboard. A really big waveboard with chairs.
Yeah.
And I guess if that's like a move action, maybe, clinging onto the edge or the lip, take a shot at, I don't know, who's that character in front, the smaller guy?
So they haven't acted yet. You don't really know who they are, but they do look different from the 4 Shobad that are clinging to their wave cutters.
hey Tom,
Tell me, do
Tom,
they have a visible
Sorry.
weapon?
They do have a visible weapon, yes.
Well, let's make it visible elsewhere.
Alright.
Morayoth steals it.
Oh, bummer.
Uh,
Maybe.
Tom, Could you shift Z on the Shobad and that individual so our viewers can see what they look like?
Of course. So that is the Shobad
Or
welder.
the other.
And then
A 14 probably does not hit their KAC.
14 versus their KAC. Jet, I'm not seeing it show up on the stream, but I did shift see it, I promise.
Did you?
Yeah, it didn't show up on mine either.
It showed
That's
up on mine.
bizarre. I saw both of them.
Yeah.
While you're figuring this out, really quick, are we moving at full speed?
Yeah, he said that we were
Started
all.
off at full speed.
He said that we were all moving at the same speed for simplicity's sake.
Thank God.
Yeah, so they're tailing you at your full speed. Yes, you are moving
Okay.
at full speed.
So we're all taking -6s to attacks right now. Then
Oh God, no.
Are they also taking -6s?
They're taking negative something because of their wave cutter.
yeah, they might
Oh,
go faster.
actually-
So they might not be at full speed.
Yeah, let's see. Full in water.
I mean, our full speed is 200.
Yeah, so it's weird. It gives it's the stat block
22
for
miles
these
per
wave
hour.
cutters is odd because they have two speed types. One is when they're in, the hood is up, so to speak, and one is when the hood is down. But it calls them different things in the speed section than it does in the convertible ability on their stat block. So I'm going to interpret it as when they're underwater, the highest they can go is no. When they're on the water, the highest they can go is full speed of 22 miles per hour. Yeah, and then they have a 105 mile per hour swim, like underwater speed. So they are not.
Either way, they have to do full speed in order to travel above their non-full speed, right?
Okay. Then they are traveling at full speed. And Leif, go ahead and give yourself, because they would have missed with two 18s, those would have become 12s. Go ahead and give yourself back.
Well,
you took
if I can
4
interrupt with a
points
brief proposal. If we all take -6s, this is going to be a real long fight with mostly misses.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Thank you.
Tom, take the wheel.
So, I mean, you could definitely slow down if you want, if like you'd rather just fight them in a standstill kind of thing, right? And they just sort of circle around you like sharks. That could be cool too. Either way. Like if you want to
Right.
tell Sloan, hey, slow down, it's really hard to hit. That's something that you can do.
Yep. That's good.
But so Leif, add back 8 hit points to the boat when you get back. All right. So that means that was not factoring in the full speed. So that is going to be an 8 versus their KAC, which is going to miss. So your little graviton constituents sort of go wild or go wide. No, they go wild and they go wide.
Yeah, they're disrupted by the wake that the boat leaves behind.
Yeah, definitely. Because you're going 22 miles per hour underwater right now, which is pretty rough.
That's
That's-
freaking wild.
That's turbulent. So
You're essentially being keel hauled, all of us.
yeah. So might not be a bad idea to slow down. Gus, it is your turn.
I want to unstrap myself and allow myself to just slam into the front of this front guy's vehicle.
I love this idea. Go ahead and make me. I'm gonna be nice and allow you to make an athletics check to aim yourself at this guy.
Okay. okay. Whew. Positive thoughts.
All right. Yeah, it was. I was not setting a very high DC. The DC I set for this was 15 in my head. So you managed to splat into his windshield. Go ahead. I'm gonna roll you a d6 of bludgeoning damage. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you
Fair.
are, run over a little bit.
Oh, should I be at full health? I'm not. I can't
You should
remember.
be at full stamina points. There was
Okay.
you did not do any fighting on Elysia.
So you said 5, so I'm at 50. There we go. Was that what kind of action was that? What do I have left to work with?
You can call it a free action. So that's fine. You take your full action, sweet.
Okay, could I have made this a little bit more epic? As I'm just floating to it, I'm just like putting my arms in position, and my drill is growing out of my body, and then as I slam into it, I'm like, oof, and then I just try and shove it through the windshield at him.
Perfect.
All right, Drax, calm down.
I love that.
All right, here's my no-qual excavation drill. Ah, 12 to hit, though. That feels so bad.
That will miss. Oh, that's a bummer. Do you have any
I think we have
Any
a
rerolls?
+1. I don't know if we have any rerolls.
check in the request queue? +1 to any roll from 3 days ago. We have a
Can't use
reroll from
those.
3 days ago as well.
It's cheating.
It is
Yeah.
cheating.
Well, yeah. So I'm not seeing any rerolls for you, my friend. So
No, that's
that
fine.
is-
It happens. I can't always
early.
succeed.
that's very true.
It's like,
Let me cue out the
cover,
queue also.
cover me, Marayoth. Cover me, best friend.
Oh
Snap.
dear.
No, oh,
We should
oh dear.
slow this boat maybe.
Oh, Drunk Fat Ninja has given us a reroll called Gone Wild. Jet, would you like to use it for that pretty epic description?
If no one objects, I will use it.
I
Yeah.
don't think there's any problem with that. I think it was
No.
intended for you.
All right, so 22
Much better.
to hit KAC, but 18 damage.
All right. That, and good news, since you're on the same vehicle as this person, this individual, you don't take that -6 penalty to your attack roll.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So that is super duper going to be a hit on this. As you get closer, you can see sort of through their mask. This is an android.
Could you try Shift Zing again? I changed the viewing window a little bit. I don't know.
I have Shift Z'd it for you.
For some reason, it's not showing up on my Firefox. I don't
That's
know.
so weird. Well, I tell you what, you don't need to be able to see them, apparently, to deal a lot of damage to them.
Yeah, here, I'll just
So-
zoom in real deep for a moment. There we go, people. There we go. And that's the
So-
show bad.
Oh, you love the pixels.
Actually, the
Yeah.
art's
Ooh.
really good quality. It's not that bad.
It's actually not looking so bad on the stream. Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So, excellent attack. Good turn, Gus. And now we are on to Blue, who seeing this daredevil, this madman, launch himself through the water at a moving target, is going to level a weapon at you and take a shot. Clearly, this is the boss of this group, this organization that we're going after. That is after penalties. That is an 18 versus your EAC.
Oh, that misses. That's
Uh-oh.
a tasty,
Nice.
tasty miss.
The shot goes wide, and we're back to Catch now. Catch, in your personal torpedo, what you gonna do, my friend?
Catch is going to he blows one of the ballasts and issues a general distress. Says, "Oh no, my ship's malfunctioning. I'm taking on water." With a 22 bluff.
Or you
And
can
then he's
bluff
gonna-
into.
Hopefully to these guys back here, the bad guys, because he's cutting his engines and hoping everybody's gonna go past him.
I see. Okay, so
Mariah did say over comms, we should probably slow down the boat. Gus just jumped out.
all right. So
Sloan,
Catch-
dear, would you mind?
Sloan says, "Sure, Auntie," and will. That's my Sloan voice.
Oh, great impression.
Thanks. I only have so much, storage space for my
Your
mediocre
good, Brad.
voices anyway. So Catch is so if I understand this correctly, Catch is bluffing to then delay and hope that they drive past.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Catch fall backwards behind them, and we'll move him back there. And let's see. I'll let you go at the bottom of the initiative order. Does that sound good? Because that's when
I'll take
people
it.
would, like,
I'll take it.
people would move. All right, cool. So, and we'll see what happens after that. Auntie Nuna, it is your turn.
Auntie Nuna will move to the back of the ship. She's got to swim. She turns on her hydrojets, and am I correct? They allow you to move in the water, but you're still at like half speed, right?
Hydrojets have a flat 20-foot movement speed.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have a swim speed like the hydrojets
Yeah.
give you, you get to move that swim speed, ignoring the rules for athletics.
20 is
unless
fine.
it's, like,
Great.
drinking water.
Yeah. Auntie Nuna's an 8. She's still spry, but she doesn't have any strength really. Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just imagining her doing hydro aerobics now. All right. Just like in class.
Oh, that's so cute.
And she's going to put a get 'em on the android.
Okay.
All right, Gus, get him.
All right. And there's
Okay,
a
Grandma.
on the android target sign, and we go on to Sloan. Sloan Rider will obligingly slow down the vehicle to, let's see, I guess to normal. I guess the terminology is like, like normal feet speed as opposed to miles per hour speed. That's definitely not the term, but that's mechanically what's happening. Is now you all are moving at just. She slows you down to 20 feet per round, as opposed to 22 miles per hour, because full speed is 200 feet.
That's, I mean, doing the math here, that's 1/10 of it, so that would be 2.2 miles an hour or walking speed.
Yes, so might be able to swim faster than that. And here at the end of the round, Sloan will also.
So Tom, what you're telling me is Sloan slowed down to idle forward.
Yeah,
I'm using
Yes,
boat terms.
Boat person.
Yes, boat term.
Get out of here.
Get out of here with your proper terminology.
You have
So-
a boat captain on your.
And I'm not. Yeah, no, and I'm not using that resource at all. Yeah, no. So thank you.
And I refuse to use that resource.
So yes, we're slowing down to forward idle, and
Slown down.
slow down. Slow
You get
down.
out of here too.
And now Sloan. Oh look, they left. Sloan is going to take a trick attack with her standard because piloting the boat is a move action, and luckily she's a quick trick operative, so she can do this. We'll take a shot over her shoulder with the. I guess it looks like the scorch gun microwave. Yes, it has been aquafitted, so she is going to fire on the operative. Ooh, close. All right, so since we're slowing down at normal speed, your penalty to attacks is
A mere 3.
-3 to attack. So a 10 versus flat-footed EAC plus get 'em, which is already factored in. Nope, that's going to be a miss. So the shot whizzes past Gus's new horn. He feels a little bit of that plasma energy. Oh, no, it's just fire. That fire energy sort of go by.
My new baby horn.
Yes, your new baby horn. And Sigma, this android, is going to call over comms. Gus, you can sort of see them mouthing, but you can't hear it. And they're the Shobad, the formation, this nice flying V they've got also slows down to meet all of you. in speed, and Sigma is going to, let's see.
Wait, I see them shouting. I push my horns against the windscreen so that I can get some of the vibration conducting into my skull, so I can hear.
I don't know
No.
if that works.
No, because they're shouting into they have a wetsuit on. They have like a rebreather and stuff. They
I had
are
to try.
It's against hers.
They pull a pistol, hold it up to your forehead, and pull the trigger.
Nuh-uh.
That might work.
A 20
You
versus
missed.
EAC.
Oh, that matches exactly.
Please take 8 points of electricity and fire damage, my friend.
I will do that.
And all right, Catch. It is your turn. They seem to have fallen for your ruse. What would you like to do next?
Am I really just right behind them, or are they a little bit further ahead? What's the deal?
Here, let me. I gotta zoom out so I can move everybody at once. Hopefully.
I apologize. This is really important for what I'm about to do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So Catch will be further to the south than anybody else.
Cool. All right. Catch kind of just grinning as his ploy works. Finishes chambering a round into the makeshift torpedo launcher that he's got there, and fires. And I'm just typing this out because I was a fool and didn't give myself a macro, but plus my 5 plus 4.
You foolish fool.
And that is a 16 to hit this intersection. I wasn't counting for my -3, so that's still a 13 to hit that intersection right here.
Indeed.
And
That is
let's
fine.
loose with a Aquafit grenade launcher, firing a little mini grenade torpedo.
This is wild.
2d6 piercing damage, and it explodes like right here, and it should hit these two. They're boats.
Okay. Yeah. So, 2d6. Their boats don't get reflex saves because they're boats. So they're gonna take. I'm gonna say that they take full damage here. And what?
I just said yay.
Oh, good. Each of these boats is going to take some of that damage. All right. And good. All right. So, Shobat the Orange is going to, now that we're not moving full speed, going to sort of maneuver their boat around a little bit this way. And take another shot. They seem to have received orders over comms and are going to stop. This one, anyway, is not going to target the boat, but instead, let's see, who do they want to fire at? Morayoth,
Me.
Nuna, Gus, Nuna, Morayoth, Sloan.
Why me? I haven't even
Gus
fired a
is-
shot.
Yeah, she's total innocent. She was just a passenger on this thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
20,
by these crazy people.
26 versus Gus's EAC for 4 points of electric and fire damage. I cannot stop rolling minimum damage on this.
Okay,
Yay.
quick question, Tom. Also, was the fire damage halved and the electricity damage halved and
no.
the fire damage quartered?
No, it was not, simply because these are underwater welding tools that these guys
Ooh,
seem to be firing
neat.
at.
I just wanted to ask about that because I remembered that underwater
course.
does stuff.
Yes. You can, that's a valid question. And I just want to let you all know that for the purposes of this adventure, anytime I give you damage or attack rolls or anything, anytime I give you damage, assume that it has been, calculated and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
Can't hurt to remind me about the attack roll thing, as we learned with the full speed. But yes, for the purposes of this adventure, it has told me all enemies have underwater weapons and stuff like that. because-
Yeah, because they're prepped. They're prepared.
Yes.
So are we.
Let's steal their stuff.
Let's steal their stuff. Oh, how far Gus has fallen.
That was me. That wasn't
I know.
Gus. I want to clarify.
So
Gus just wants to liberate their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Uh huh.
Green is going to also fly up, and by fly I mean swim. Their wave cutter pulls them up here, and they are going to 1, 2. They're real close. In fact, they're going to pull right up next to their boss's thing. And this, I swear, these yellow squares are not cooperating. These boats. It's okay. So now this one is close enough to Gus to hit him with a punch. Oh no, but it's only a 12 versus Gus's EAC, so that's gonna miss.
It will.
All right.
Are they taking a penalty from their ships too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That was that one, and now we move on to red. Red is going to move up. Actually, hold on. No, red doesn't do that. Red is gonna fly down here and get into Ketch's way. And I think he's just gonna punch Ketch's submarine. I think that's a thing that the Showbad's gonna do.
That's totally Showbad behavior. Not
Just
to be
squeeze-
but,
Just squeeze the submarine until a catch pops out.
It'll be like
Like
the
a-
egg with the octopus going.
like a toothpaste container. Ketch is
Yes,
gonna
yes,
just
yes.
exactly
pop
what I was
out like
thinking.
so much toothpaste. So here comes the Showbad punch. That is going to be, oh my god, it's a natural one. I have never been so ashamed in my life.
That's so bad.
That might still hit.
That is so bad. No, it's a 6. It's a 6.
Oh,
It's
out of his
natural one
hand.
means that you miss.
It slips out of his hands like those little tube cylinder things.
Oh, yeah, those like slippery. Yeah,
Yeah.
those slippy tubes.
There's a technical name for it. I forget what.
Well, you'll have to think of it later because it is Moreo's turn.
Slippery tube thing. Oh no, that's a dangerous Google. Okay.
Oh yeah. Watch out for that.
Morath, worrying about how little damage is actually happening so far in this fight, will send a volley of purple gravity bolts at the leader here.
Okay.
Water wiggler.
What? Thank you, Les. Oh, a full attack. Oh, nice rolls, Morath.
Ooh.
So that's a 21 and 18, although we have a -3 to our attacks, right?
So an 18 and a 15. You'll be
Yes,
happy
yes.
to know that both of those are a hit.
Woo!
So, ooh. How does Moreoth finish off this leader?
Oh, yeah. How does gravity power look in water? I guess it just looks like a wave, an underwater wave. Most things look like underwater waves underwater.
Yeah, an underwater water.
So yeah, just a volley of like tiny little waves, sort of slowly go through the water since everything's slower through the water, and knocks the android off of their bike, and maybe like tears a bunch of holes in their armor.
Perfect. All right, I really like it. So yes, they begin floating loosely out of their wave cutter, which then stops moving as well. And quickly falls behind you all as you're still moving at a rate of 20 feet per round.
Yeah.
So we move on to Gus Barrett Sinclair.
I want to slide around and into the driver's seat.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, take a move action for that.
Okay. I'm in the driver's seat. You said I have fallen behind slightly from the others, right?
Oh, a little bit. Like you're mechanically speaking, the bike is still in that position. It's going.
Is there
to
any
fall
way
behind
I could ram this green guy from behind?
Yes, we are of one mind. Do this thing.
Yes, you could.
Tell me what to do, because I don't have any of the stats.
So
I
you
do have
need
piloting.
to. Oh gosh, collision rules for. Why didn't I think to look this up?
I don't know if that works at anything less than full speed.
Gacy's
Oh,
very
really?
good at full speed.
I think you
Let's.
can go to full speed in a single round underwater.
Okay, well then I'll just start moving closer without actually getting immediately adjacent to them. And then next turn I will move and I will drill into them. I will pierce the heavens.
That's fair. Yeah, that's good because I think technically it would take you it takes a move action every round to pilot a vehicle anyway, so you're not going to be able to attack this round to begin with. So,
Ooh. Do I need to roll a piloting check to make that happen though, or am I good?
Yes, roll me a pretty easy piloting check. Whew. Gus has ranks in piloting?
Yeah, Gus has always had ranks in piloting. I was like the backup pilot, I think. Like the second backup pilot, I think, after Catch probably.
All right.
I was gonna say Catch also has a pilot.
I have a +8.
Oh, I love how we love. I was going to say I love our skill allocation. I guess we have like multiple people who can pilot, but we have like Marayoff for mysticism.
Yeah. Piloting out the wazoo, not a single spellcaster to be found. Okay, so that is Gus's turn. We move on to Shobad the Blue. I see. Up to its full speed in a straight line. Okay, so you can accelerate to your So Gus, next round will be able to spend a full action to ram a vehicle, deal collision damage, and then take half the collision damage yourself, I think. All right. So Shobad the Blue is going to. Let me put a red X over Sigma 7 there. Shobad Blue is going to take a shot at. He's going to try shooting at Sloan because he wants to stop Sloan from piloting this vehicle. Oh, it is a natural 20 for 9 plus 6 points of electric and fire damage. The bad news is one of those types is electric, and she is an ASMR. So that is going to be 9 plus 6 minus 5 is 10. Sloan takes 10 points of damage and is on fire. But, funnily enough, underwater. Yep, I'm getting there. Underwater, I was just reading this section today for no reason in particular. If you're underwater and you take the burning condition, you only take the damage once and do not gain the burning condition. So,
That makes sense.
Sloan is going to take an immediate 3 more points of fire damage, and then that is that.
You
So-
can burn a little. Boiling water hurts.
Yeah. No, that's a fairly sensible way to deal with that, I think.
Mhm.
In an otherwise very complicated set of rules. And then the Shobad will move up towards your boat.
I was
And-
muted. It could have been thermite plasma.
One more time.
Mhm.
Could have been thermite plasma. Thermite burns underwater.
That's true. We are on to Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna will say, "Oh, Sloan dear, are you all right?" As an inspirational boost to heal that damage. So get back. I think it's 10 at this point. I double check. Firing boost. She gets 13 back to heal back
Wow.
up.
She feels great.
Great. And just to double check the measurements. Yeah. All right. And then Auntie Nuna will get them both Shobad the Blue and Shobad the Green.
You can only do one of those since you spent a standard action to inspiring boost.
Pronk. Shobad the Green.
All right. Not Shobad. Sorry, that joke's already been done.
Hey, settle in, folks. We've got another 5 of those coming your way.
I'm gonna say 3.
You wound me, Leif. Sloan,
Wound you or know you?
why not both? Sloan is going to continue piloting the ship and take a standard action to trick attack. Trick attack on Blue. Shobad Blue. That's a failure on both counts. as it's only a 9 versus EAC, and the trick attack had a natural 1 on the die. So we move on. Sigma 7 is dead in the water. Oh. And we go back to Ketch's turn. Ketch, you have a Showbat in your face. You're going to need to steer out of there.
Sure, will need to steer out of there. Gonna go ahead and veer right and move the 20 feet that way. But also, Ketch is going to utilizing his remote hack ability. He's gonna do this. I'm gonna try and overload the jet ski thing that he's on.
The jet ski thing, I love this idea. However, the jet ski thing is a vehicle.
Maybe not. Doesn't
It
say anything
says-
about not working on vehicles.
Oh, I see. I read the list and I was like, oh, that must be the only things. You can cut short in an electronic device, including most ranged energy weapons, melee weapons. I'll allow it because I like this.
All right. It does
Kind of
just
benevolent.
it does only last one round, but it'll at least get him out of my face for the time being.
All right. Does it require a save of any kind? No,
that's-
an item in someone's possession. The owner can attempt a reflex save. I'm going to say that this is in the Showbad's possession.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
so
so
the DC is 10, 12, 17? 17.
All right. So reflex save DC 17. Nope, that's only a 13. So it is as you say.
Yes.
The Showbad's eyes go wide as you reach out and touch. How do you touch it? Is your vehicle fully enclosed?
No, see, I'm using the remote hack ability with this that you get at level 5. So
That's
he
right.
Ketch sees this thing get up in his face. He's like, oh no, and he just kind of grabs his cyber deck real quick and types a couple of things, and it's, I imagine it's mounted close by. He just types a few things and like sends out some malicious code that shuts down his jet ski for 6 seconds.
We need to get you the Yu-Gi-Oh style gauntlet that you put cards in, but it's your cyber deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I have the weapon mount, I'll totally flavor it like that.
All right. So Ketch does this thing, and you said you were going to move as well.
Yeah, gonna just move the normal 20 like up this way. I guess I can't up to the northeast.
Go ahead and place Ketch where you want him to end up 20 feet away. And
Okay.
I will move your submarine. I realize it's a drawing that I made, so you cannot move it.
Gotcha. That away.
All right. That's how submarines move. Laterally, then vertically.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay. And as you're moving away, I think I'm going to let this Showbad take an attack of opportunity on you for moving, as he has 4 arms, one of which is steering, the other has a gauntlet, and the other 2 have this plasma array. So it's going to punch you 21 versus your submarine's EAC. Please take 10 points of bludgeoning and sonic damage.
Okay.
So it can punch against EAC?
Well, it is versus KAC, in fact, because it's a bludgeoning and sonic weapon. However,
Not gonna make much difference. It was pretty high.
yeah, it's got a gauntlet on.
Yeah.
Which is why it's dealing
All
with
right.
sonic damage.
I'm keeping track of 2 hit points now, and it's too much.
Yeah, underwater boat combat. Who would have thunk it going into this AP? I would have, because I read it ahead of time. So the Showbad welder at the top of the round is going to take a shot. Let's see. Gonna maneuver around as well. Another 20 feet, getting closer to your boat. And he is going to, you know what? He doesn't need to. I really don't need these yellow squares, do I? They're moving on the wave cutters. You know that the wave cutters are a thing. So the Showbad is, and they're the size of the wave cutters. I'll leave Gus's because he's not the size of it, but they're redundant for the Showbad's. Showbad Orange is going to take a shot at, let's see, Nuna, Marayoth, or Sloan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marayoth, you're getting shot by this plasma array.
Ooh.
But that's a natural 1. We're gonna be here for a while, folks, if I keep rolling like this. So Green, come on, Green, do me proud. Green is going to reach over and punch Gus right across the face with his Thunderstrike Pulse Gauntlet. That is a 17 versus your KAC. Darn it.
It hits, but it just kind of deflects and bounces off my skull.
Yeah.
Doesn't account.
Hit him in the
for
head.
the
Yeah.
water pushing his fist backwards, so he doesn't get as good of a hit. Doesn't deal that 12 juicy damage. So Shobad Welder the Red struggles with his wave cutter as it just sort of sputters out for a second. Bless you. And it's going to, let's see, he is in this space. So I guess he's just going to take a shot at Ketch, his mortal enemy, with his plasma array, hoping to maybe break Ketch's vehicle. That is a 21 versus your EAC Ketch.
That'll hit.
For 8 points of electric and fire damage.
Okay.
And we will move on to Marayoth as Leif runs those numbers.
Marayoth will exchange fire with the one that fired at them, taking that gun so that it stops happening, maybe, if the D20 is friendly.
Uh-huh.
Is the D20 friendly? It is.
Ooh, I think it might be.
17 versus
their
KAC.
That beats their KAC. So, you take the plasma array. Now, you're disarming it. You're not pulling it to you, correct? That's not...
I think that's how we've done it in the past.
Is that how we've done it in the past? All right, I couldn't remember. It's been a while since you've disarmed. So yes, all right. So the plasma array, I guess, just like zips towards you underwater and lands in your boat.
Did anyone want a plasma array?
Is it a
My
rifle?
nanites might be hungry.
The Shobad says, I do!
Yeah, no, I'm curious about what this is.
It is a heavy weapon. It's a red star, so it's pretty low level. But I see you, Leif. You're not going to want this one. They're dealing a D6, but that's okay. So yes, you have.
We feed our move action to Herald.
Right.
Herald says thanks.
And we are on to Gus Barrett Sinclair. It is your
I'm sorry, I missed. Who was it that swung around and punched me? Was it Green?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Was that going to prevent me from ramming them?
No.
Let's do the ram.
I'm a good
Alright.
boy, or am I?
So, all right. I'm sorry. I'm just putting a marking orange to remember that he doesn't have a weapon. All right. So, if I'm reading these rules correctly, you need to spend your full action to deal double the vehicle's collision damage to the target and half the vehicle's collision damage to your vehicle. So, that's weird. Why? Okay, that's fine. So, go ahead and roll me 5d8 and we'll double the number for the guy and we'll have the number for you. Oof. All right. So, you deal 34 points of bludgeoning damage to this Shobad and his vehicle. I'm going to say it happens to both. And so 34. Yikes. So you basically run this guy over, and his vehicle just shatter. Like, it doesn't shatter. It's not destroyed. It's not at 0 hit points, but it is broken. It stops functioning, and he too will also fall back in the water in subsequent rounds. And your vehicle is going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage before hardness. The hardness of your vehicle is 2, so your vehicle is down 7 hit points.
All right. Do I also take the 9 since you said he also took damage?
Why not?
Sure. That seems fair.
That's a lot of damage that you just dealt, and I don't know if that's how the rules are supposed to go, but we're playing fast and loose.
I mean, I just did a car accident on purpose. Taking half of that is fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. All right. So, Shobad Welder, the blue, is going to continue moving up. Whoop. And we're going to get rid of his boat as well, because he is the boat. And Shobad, the blue, is going to just have enough reach to reach out and punch Sloan with his gauntlet.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
You know, you got to take out that pilot. That is a 19 versus Sloane's KAC, which, looking at her KAC, is going to be a miss. I swear. 14 on the die, and I didn't hit. All right, Auntie Nuna.
All right, Auntie Nuna is going to. These guys are so rude, having moved away. Auntie Nuna is going to take a guarded breaststroke backwards, I guess.
I don't think they can reach you,
Okay.
if that's what you're worried about.
Correct.
Okay, great.
They cannot reach.
That is what I was worried about. Okay, then she's going to renew her get 'em on green, and I guess add the get 'em onto orange.
Can you do blue instead, since orange is disarmed?
No, so the two cannot be more than 30 feet apart, and they are 35.
No, they just have to be within 30 of you. Is that wrong?
Yeah, where are you getting that from?
Let's show our work, children. Where is it?
If it makes any difference, I'm drawing a 25-foot line between the two corners.
Okay.
Well, that's for AoEs.
Yeah.
Get them as a move action. You can choose one enemy within 60 feet. So shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
And then also that's 60 feet of you, not of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do blue instead. I know that there was some other part of this, but
Electric Arc and Pathfinder 2e has that limitation. No, even that doesn't have it.
no. So also, I'm getting a feed. I'm hearing myself through somebody's speakers.
I do not think that it is an issue. I think we should move on because
Okay,
you can definitely
yes.
use get them
Continue.
on the two of them. No problem.
All right, I do it.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. No, that's fine. I realized that I was just sitting here. So I think that's good. So Sloan Rider is going to use a move action to pilot, and then she is going to trick attack, provoking an attack of opportunity from blue, confident that she's going to be missed. And blue will gladly punch. Yeah, see, that's a natural 2 for a total of 7. And Sloan then shoots with impunity at blue. Oof, that might be Sloan's first hit. That is a 28 versus EAC. Trick attack is CR 11 or lower, so 25 versus flat-footed EAC. It's going to be a hit for 15 points of fire damage on this Shobad. All right. Catch. We're on to you.
All right. Catch was going to do something cool and interesting, but with that last shot, the little noiseless prop on the back gets hit and it busts and it sputters, and the ship, the little torpedo sub, gains the broken condition. So Catch is going to spend his full turn. He sets the controls, blows all of the air out of the ballasts, and then pops the hatch off. I'm sure it doesn't pop off so much of it, like, he presses a button and it has to, like, explosive bolts blow it off. And he swims out and he's beside the thing outside of it now, activating his hydrojets.
All right.
Fortunately, it doesn't say that it starts sinking until it's wrecked, so...
Yeah. Okay, cool. Interesting. So that's your turn?
I figure it feels like a full round action to get out of a mini sub that's sinking, broken.
Yeah, probably. That's probably fair.
Goodbye, mini sub. We hardly knew you.
If you'll allow it, I'll move a little further away from it.
Yeah, I'll
All
let
right.
you get a little further away from it.
I'll just be there.
Okay.
We will submit a harshly worded complaint to the manufacturer of this mini sub.
Yeah, no, catch flashback real quick to the purchasing process, and he just remembers the very pushy two-headed salesperson, and yeah, it was too good to be true, of course.
The issue is you didn't get the combat grade mini sub. You got the recreational grade.
The cut rate, the budget sub.
It was made out of their spare doors from their renovation.
The store was right next to a door factory, and there's some like interplay going on there.
All right. So Shobad the Orange is, let's see, disarmed.
Oh, sorry, Tom. I forgot to ask. Also, would this guy have fallen back the 20 feet since
Yes.
was
Yes, he
able?
would.
Okay, cool.
He's there. He's a little bit off the map. That's fine, because we can still see him. So the let's see. Orange doesn't have a weapon. Orange is gonna pilot his boat over this way and is going to try and gang up on Gus.
Rude.
Take a punch at a -3. Nope, that's a 9 versus your KAC. I swear I'm just rolling really, really poorly. This bodes, well, poorly. So, all right, that's the Shobad the Orange. Shobad the Green
Well,
is...
that's not so bad for the players.
Shobad the Green is... What you didn't hear is Sarah from the other end of the apartment saying... So, Shobad the Green is, let's see, he's at, are you okay? Okay, good. Is at really low health, sort of like puts both of his hands up and like, powers down his wave cutter and stuff like that, and he begins to fall back from the fighting, saying over, overcomes like all frequencies, that's the word, saying over all frequencies, this isn't worth dying for. And falls back. Shobad where is he? Oh, he's off the map. Shobad the Red, however, is going to pilot over here, take another shot at Catch. I don't know why he's bothering, because even if he hits Catch, he's gonna do no damage, because Catch is obnoxious. I mean,
he hasn't hit Catch yet. He's only hit his sub.
How about a 21 versus your EAC?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Get this, max damage of 9 points of fire and electric damage.
I have bad news for you, Tom.
I know.
Zero damage. Catch just like bathes in the boiling electric water and just feels super cool about himself.
He is super cool. All right. Marayoth, I just pressed it twice, but it is Marayoth's turn, not Gus's.
Marayoth feels like their disarming tactics are not really useful when the enemies are pretty happy about punching. So they'll take a couple shots at Green, who is get-emmed.
Green did just put his hands up in surrender.
All right. Blue, who is get-emmed. Oh, wrong button. Ignore that. 22 and 10 versus EAC, but then that's -3 for piloting. So
all right.
19.
So the 22 turning into a 19 will be a hit, but then the 10 will certainly miss. So tell me, how much of this damage is cold damage?
All but 4 of it.
Okay. Well, then let's see. You remember back in book 1 when you fought Shobads?
Barely.
No.
Oh,
Do
okay.
I hate them?
You hate them.
Yes, yeah. That was rough for you because you could only do 1 point of cold damage or electric damage to them around. Luckily, you've evolved and you do more damage now. But
Yeah.
so all but 4 of it is so they're
8.
taking 5 points off. So take 7 points of damage, and we move on to Gus Barrett Sinclair.
Right. So I've got green who's surrendering and falling back, but red's still being belligerent, right?
Red, orange, and blue have yet to surrender.
Okay. Well, I think I'm next to red. We haven't been moving my
No,
comms
you're
out around
orange.
much.
You're wrong.
I mean orange. Sorry, orange.
You're right.
Yeah. No, I just said the
The nods
thought
the
one
crew
thing,
just
said
can't wait to
another.
point out when somebody's wrong.
Wrong.
And I know I'm in this big square thing. I don't know. I probably should be in the middle. I imagine piloting a vehicle there. And
I'm going to treat it the same as, in this case, the same as like mounted rules, where you have the same reach as your mount, or
Cool.
you're considered to be in each space.
do I need to make some sort of piloting check to keep going? Because I don't want to just stop, but I also want to stab them with my drill.
You'll spend a move action to pilot,
Okay.
and then you will have a standard action to do with what you want.
Leave my friends alone. Oh, I don't get him to leave my friends alone.
No, you certainly don't. That is going to be a miss with a 14. To be fair, that was a 5 on the die. You just need to. We all need to start rolling better. We all rolled like 19s and 20s. Combat would go much quicker.
Yeah, way faster.
Yeah, but that would not be as interesting. Blue is going to continue piloting up here, seeming to try and overtake your boat. Although I guess I might have been doing this wrong, because if he's going to continue piloting, then he's keeping pace with you all.
Right.
So Blue is going to punch Sloan once more. Nope. Auntie Nuna, it is your turn.
Auntie Nuna is going to take a guarded 5-foot swim
Okay.
and renew.
Still in range.
Really?
Yeah.
Prawn.
Yeah. It is large. Well, reach ignores the typical space rules or distance rules.
At least with the first one.
Rude. Okay. Then I guess she won't, because that's just a waste of a move action. So she's gonna place a get 'em on, I guess, orange and green, unless you want blue.
Green has surrendered.
Okay. Then orange and blue.
Right, making the change now. Cool. All right. So 2 get 'ems. Sloan is going to take a shot at blue. Nope, that's Blue's character sheet, not Sloan's. Trick attack.
We're running so many characters, by the way.
I am. 14 versus EAC before the thing. Nope. Blue is not going to do it. So catch. We're on to you, my friend.
Alright. Catch is going to swing around, aim at this Shobad vehicle, do a little move action boosteroo and fire. That's only on 11. Would you guys be upset if I took that other reroll?
Do it.
All right, I'm doing it. No.
Nope,
didn't roll.
that's not a roll.
All right. Well, that's 5 better. That's a
5, yeah.
16 to hit the boat.
Okay. To hit the boat of this Shobad.
Yeah, the Shobad boat.
Hey, I tell you, that's not Shobad.
Hmm.
What do I have? 3 more? Hey, never heard that one before, huh?
No.
All right.
That's never
so
a new.
that will be a hit, of course.
All right.
It's a vehicle. So
Here is my additional. That's why I was aiming for the boat. Here's my additional damage. That is 16 sonic damage to the boat.
okay, the boat takes most
And
of
it
that.
takes all of it because I have penetrating fusion. Or not fusion, just
it's
it's got
penetrating property.
So it would ignore the weapon, the levels, the weapons level, which is 5.
Yeah.
And I happen to know, because I listen, that it only has 2 hardness.
Yes. So you are correct in your observation. That is all going to go through. Suddenly, the wave cutter starts to reverberate under this guy, and it doesn't look good. It's still functioning, but pretty close to the broken condition already. At the end of the round, Blue is also going to remember his morale and put his hands up and fall back 20 feet. Green will also fall back 20 feet, hands up, as you all are sort of continuing on. So I'm going to take them out of the initiative order.
We continue
Orange.
on.
I'm sorry.
Continue, sorry. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. Orange is going to, let's see, Gus or Nuna. Gus is odd. Odd it is. Orange is going to take a punch at Gus.
Gus is odd.
He is indeed. He's our little odd duck. 21 versus your KAC, yes, after the calculation, for 8 points of bludgeoning and sonic.
I'm going to expend a nanite surge. And I am going to where is it at? Defensive dispersal for 9 points of damage.
All right, you take no damage then, because this was only 8. So that's pretty cool. Red, meanwhile, is going to. I think Red is gonna take a full action to pilot his vehicle into catch. So.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, and of course, Catch's vehicle has fallen back 20 feet as well, as he left it behind, and we're all moving. So, gonna
scary.
ram Catch. He'll end his movement here, and Catch, please make me, if I remember correctly, there's a reflex save involved with it since you are a person and not a vehicle. Target of the ram action is a creature. It can attempt a reflex saving throw against the vehicle's collision DC to avoid being hit. Go ahead and make me a reflex saving throw.
15.
What
And I
was
don't
that?
think this collision is considered a hailed poison or other airborne toxin.
No, I don't
No.
think so.
The good news is that is enough. The DC for this was only 13. So,
Oh.
yeah, pretty low. That's the balancing of. Oh, you take 5d8 if you fail this. It's got to be a pretty low DC.
Yeah.
So that is that. So he sort of swings past you. We'll say he ends up here. Nearly runs into his friend Green, but that is his turn because that was a full action Morayoth.
Morayoth will just take a full attack against Orange, the nearest one who is still engaged.
Mm.
Please leave us alone. We are very busy.
Those are both going to meet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, still mostly cold.
Yeah.
So just
So
shave 5 off of each of those, and
yeah. So
call
the
them
good
in
news
one.
is that just takes out your specialization. So it means anything that the dice rolled are fine as long as we don't. Yeah. So they're always going to take minimum 2. Which is
Yeah.
better than it was at level 1. So
Yes.
4 plus 6 is a total of 10 on Orange. Would you believe that's the first damage Orange has taken? So let's move on to
Yes.
Gus.
That's why he's still fighting.
Yep. Oh, they have Get 'em. I'm going to activate Get 'em on my sheet. Because what Gus is going to do is I'm going to have to spend that action to continue piloting so that I don't continue to fall behind. And then with my standard action, Gus is just wildly thrusting at this showbad with his drill, like one-handed, because the other hand has to stay on the controls. It's like, leave us alone!
Wildly thrusting. The Gus
Wildly
Bear
thrusting.
story.
24 versus that showbad's KAC for 19 piercing damage.
You use the word thrusting.
Mm.
All right. Wow. And with that, Orange puts up his hands and begins to float freely backwards. Wow. All right. Blue is going to continue floating backwards because I didn't take him out of the initiative. And we are on to Auntie Nuna, the only one left that, with any fight left in them, seems to be red.
Okay. Can Auntie Nuna exit the vehicle and then wait for, and then kind of float there until Gus's vehicle comes by and then sort of grab onto it?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is awesome.
Go ahead, make me your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
I figured as much.
That's a
You're
22?
fine. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, 22
So
gets it.
she grabs on with like 3 of her hands and then uses the last one to point at Red and goes, Catch, you get here.
Awesome. I love action hero Auntie Nuna. Please
Yes.
take 3 points of bludgeoning damage for impact on Gus's vehicle.
I'm sorry.
In the sense of fairness, I gotta make Auntie Nuna take some bludgeoning damage for that. As cool as it was. So that is Nuna's turn. Sloane, I think, is just gonna keep piloting. What's the range on her pistol? 60 feet. That guy's 70 feet. I mean, she'll try and take a shot. It's probably not going to be a great shot. -5 total for range, increment, and vehicle. So she will trick attack. Aw, Trippy. You've been subscribed to us for 1 year. That is really cool. So thank
That's
you very
more
much.
than some of us.
Yeah,
Thanks, Trippy.
thank you. We're happy to have you here, Trippy. So 15 -5 is not going to be a hit. So Sloane just keeps driving the vehicle, and we're on to Catch. This guy almost ran you over.
All right, obligated. I'm swimming here. And he's going to kick off of this guy and just move 20 feet this way, attempting. It's an acrobatics.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's only a 9, so no. Take your swing.
yeah. All right, so that will certainly be an attack of opportunity with a Thunder Strike. Pulse Gauntlet, 15 versus your KAC. Probably gonna miss.
Oh, that'll actually miss.
Oh, look at
Nice.
that. All right,
So
play through.
yeah, no, interesting. Catch usually gets hit. I'm not going to dwell on this.
Yeah, don't.
And
Gift horses.
He's gonna do the thing again, focusing the. Oh my gosh! I'm rolling 3s on my attacks today, folks.
Yeah, not great.
Well,
All right.
being underwater is
And you-
throwing Catch for a loop. He's not used to this.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. Orange floats backwards, green floats backwards, blue floats backwards, and Catches submarine floats backwards out of the map. Let's see. So, Shobad the Red, the only one left, is, let's see. Shobad the Red is going to pilot his vehicle into Gus as a full action. So, Gus, we are going to give me a piloting check because we're reading the collision rules once again.
Ooh, 23.
23. If the target of the ram action is another vehicle, the pilot of the defending vehicle can attempt a piloting check to avoid being hit with a DC equal to the result of my piloting check. Aha, so let's make a piloting check here.
Is it sort of like contested piloting checks?
I
Yes.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's a 4 on the die. Believe it or not, these welders are not that great at piloting, so I'm pretty sure checking my skills. Oh, they don't even have piloting listed as a skill. Forget about it.
No.
So that is a 4. That's it. So nothing happens. Marath.
Yes, I think red is still in range, right? So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I always forget this. So the solar flare's range is 60, but the agile wavelength's range is only 30. So I can shoot him, but not take his weapons.
I see. Okay.
And I will shoot him.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a 13. I don't think that hits.
No. 13 with a +1. You could hit though.
Oh, yes, let's get him.
Yes.
Or
All right.
no, with a rolled +1 or with a given +1.
With a given +1. You have.
Yeah, he shades is. All right, I'll take that if everyone's okay.
Yes.
Please.
Done.
Do it.
All right. Oh, I didn't see that reroll that Drunk Fat Ninja gave Nonstatom. Is that for me or for? Yeah, Drunk Fat Ninja. If you are in chat, let me know who the recipient of that reroll was for, because it just says Nonstatom, 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 Nonstatom. So.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. So Marath, you do 6 points of damage to this Shobad as your rays slam into him. Gus.
Darn Shobads.
Oh, they're
yeah.
not Shobad once you get to know
You be quiet.
Gus is. I mean, I know. Like on this map, we're right next to each other. But narratively, I like the idea of like Gus, like gunning it and then standing up and leaning forward over the handlebars and just and just like kind of couching the drill like a lance and just attempting to lance number red.
This is going to be horrific.
Number red.
I told you to leave us alone. 24 versus KAC for 16 piercing damage. It's on the low end for damage.
All right, and with that, we are going to drop out of combat as Red puts his hands up in the air as a free action and begins to drift backwards. So, that is going to take us out of initiative order as
I think
the...
it's.
Go on.
Oh, I think it's interesting that the tour boat, which we were expecting to be ruined by now, is actually in, I think, pretty good shape? Question mark.
Well, it's because we lowered the ceiling so they could shoot us instead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We protected the tour boat with our fragile bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh.
less fragile than the tour boat.
Yeah.
Also, Gus and Catch were not in it, so that was 2 extra targets.
That's true.
Yeah. I must say, great thinking, Gus, for flinging yourself out of your boat and onto the leader's boat.
Yeah.
That was.
Did you
Primo.
expect me to do anything else? That's an action movie moment if there ever was one, right there.
Yeah, very cinematic. Good. So you are left with these 4 Shobad. They I don't know. Do you all try and talk to them, because they're just gonna leave if y'all if you don't immediately open up comms with them?
Refresh my memory. Do we recognize like any insignia on
Yeah.
their suits? Do we know who sent them? Because I think we'd ask them about that if we didn't know.
Like, can we even capture them? They're just as fast as we are.
Oh, they're faster even with their with their domes up. So you can't really capture them. You could try and engage them in conversation, but
Yeah, we'll radio. We were just wondering, since we are being very polite and sparing your lives, why are you chasing us?
one of the Shobads will radio back. Sigma 7 paid us some money. Said that they had a grudge to settle with you all for a friend. But no job is worth dying, especially not on this godforsaken water planet. So we're just gonna go.
but who hired you? Edgecore, Sinjin? We have many enemies. We would appreciate clarity on which ones are active here.
Sigma, it sounded like Sigma 7, this android,
7, yes.
hired them on behalf of, to get at us because they are friends with one of our enemies. I'm thinking maybe, did they mention who their friend was, dears?
No, we were just hired muscle, really, but they trying to think like what they would know.
Well, hold on. Like we killed the android, right? Like we can just go back and pick up their body and check their journal.
I was just going to say, and in the time this has happened, Ketch has made it back to the android's body and is looting it right now to see if there's any need of pads or anything.
Okay.
That's why Auntie Nuna's like, let's take a look at their corpse.
All right. So you are. You find that they have some, they have their armor, vapor cavitation pistol with 2 batteries, and a survival knife. They don't seem to have a journal with the with who sent them, or if anybody sent them, or their motivations for going after you all. But I will remind you, you're on a company planet with company employees here.
Yeah.
So that might lead you to make conclusions one way or another.
Well, that's a good point. Makes sense.
So, as a fellow worker, I highly recommend you strike up out on your own. If you 4 are, have a good tight bond of friendship, you can form some sort of collective workers group or something. You should not be working for EdgeCorp. They do not look out for you. And as he says this, Gus is just like tapping his arm.
Yes, you did get one of those plasma arrays. The showbads will just sort of look at you all and say, well, it's not quite as easy as just leaving. And I think they're just going to sort of drift away and put up the little visors on their whatchamacallits, their wave cutters. And they're going to book it back to Elysia.
You just have to steal a ship. We thought it would be hard too, but it was not.
Go ahead and make me a sense motive check, friends.
Sense motive.
No.
Okay.
That's a 16.
All right. So Nuna, you. Because the concern here might be, oh, well, what if they go back and tell people that, you all are here? Mm-hmm. They seemed like they were workers. People that are on this planet are here for one job, one reason and one reason only, to work for EdgeCorp. So they're probably not supposed to be out here either. You all are probably fine by them, if that makes sense. Like, you're not going to be tattled on by these people. Because that would then imply that they were also out here, and why were they out here?
So, what I'm most interested in, Tom, what was that heavy weapon you said?
It was a Red Star plasma array.
Thank you.
Of course, I think it's like a level 3 or something like that, if memory serves. Okay, so you all, after the fight, you continue on towards the coordinates. What is our thing? Oh, so Ketch, what are you doing with your torpedo, huh? Because it's broken right now. And I'll tell you, you're probably not going to be able to fix it out here in the middle of the ocean.
Joke's on you. I'm going to spend 10 minutes with it and cast
Mending
on it.
Oh, all right. Is that going to be... Roll me that D4, see if it's going to be enough to get you over the broken condition.
Well, I was exactly at 12, so all I needed was 1 hit point back. So, it's... Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Leo Glass in the chat, thank you so much, by the way. Leo Glass, author of Book 2 of Fly Free or Die. Thank you so much for listening to us. I'm really, really flattered. And thank you for writing the stories that we are playing. Book 2 in particular was a wild ride and a lot of fun. to
That was
to run
exciting.
for. So, thank you, and a happy PaizoCon to you as well. To you and everybody else. It is indeed PaizoCon weekend, my friends. So get out there, play games. I heard Secrets of Magic for Pathfinder 2 was a huge reveal yesterday. I have yet to watch the VOD. So
I'm looking forward to the Ask the Experts later today so that I can ask them how reloading is working for gunslingers. There were some
Yeah.
problems. There were some issues in the playtest that I'm quite concerned about.
why have you
Did you
turned
say that
into a
as
little
Marath or
Simon?
you? Yeah.
I think that's my
Simon
nerd
likes
voice.
Marath likes to play Pathfinder 2E.
No. Marath's voice is like more scratchy in the back of the throat.
That's true.
That was
It's
more
true.
nasally.
Yeah,
Straight
That was like you doing mouse.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Leo Glass. Really good to have you here. So
Yeah, super cool. Super cool.
we are continuing on, my friends. So Ketch is fixing his torpedo and is able to fix it up, you said?
Yeah, so he's gonna bring it to the surface and then spend the 10 minutes just fixing the prop that got busted up by that one show bad. Cursing his very existence all along the way.
Of course. Yes, of course. Good. And then all right, so you've got the sub, you've got the tour boat is still intact. Are you all in the tour boat? Yeah, because you've got one of those wave cutters as well now. The show bad did not take that from you.
Yeah, interesting. Can we get the stats on that?
Yes, you can. I will. Where is it? There we go. All right, just give me a moment. I'm just gonna put it in the in our Discord chat, my friends, for series.
That's totally fine by me.
We're gonna sell it, right? I'm just gonna get the price.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna sell it, but Ketch might be writing it for the time being if it's faster than the sub.
Yeah.
Obligatory
upgrade. All right, so that works out. So you've got in your burgeoning fleet of pirated vessels and flimsy door-made vessels, you have your
whole armada.
Yes, yeah, you're building an armada slowly but surely. You're gonna prompt the rest of the AP. Y'all are just gonna become the pirates of Entha.
So what you do
there's no
is
market price for this thing.
So what you do is Sloane's piloting the tour sub, Ketch starts piloting the new vehicle, Gus squeezes into the torpedo sub.
I think not. That's Ketch's torpedo sub. He spent good credits on that. You're not gonna fat man in a little coat his sub.
I wear it as like a crude power armor because I'm like, gotta move my arm, and I just shove it through the.
Yeah, punches your arms through either side.
I punch my arms through the windows. I could have just put them down on the door paneling.
Structural integrity compromised. Structural integrity compromised.
Oh God! All right, I'm taking the reins back. We're getting back on track here.
We broke.
Yeah, that's
you continue on towards the coordinates of Terra 5, where to recap, Shan to be on Terra 5, stationed there, according to that computer that you hacked back on Elysia, the company town. About an hour into your journey, you see a large mass floating just below the surface of the water. As you approach, it becomes clear. This is a giant jellyfish. We're talking mechanically huge. It is not moving, luckily. In fact, it seems to be dead. As you get closer, you notice that it has... I'm sorry?
Gross.
A little bit gross. Here, let me show you some art because I don't want the art to go to waste. It is very cool.
Oh, wow, cool.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Right? Yes. Not what you think of when you think giant jelly. But that
I like
is
the interesting shape to the dome.
Yeah, it has some mechanical things as well, were you to, come across one and fight it. But luckily for you, this one is dead. As you get closer, you notice that it has some gleaming metals tucked amongst its various tendrils. Extracting these will take you 10 minutes, and you'll net 10,000 credits worth of valuable metals.
Woo!
So this is This is the gold wiring in the walls from book 1 of TFC.
It is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not turning my nose up at it, but that's what it is.
It super is. It super is. That's fine.
What's the opposite of turning your nose up? I'm turning it down.
You're
The sniff?
you're putting
Yeah.
your nose
I don't
in. You're
know
putting
why
your
I
nose
don't.
in. Just
That's how you get credits, right?
Yeah, it's all through the nose.
Straight up the nose.
So, the cause of death for this creature, life science or medicine check as you're looking at this giant jelly. I know, Maria. I'm so excited for any life science opportunity. All right.
This is
I
So
rolled a
organic.
2, a natural 2, toot.
It lives
Toot
under
toot.
the sea and is
yes,
made out of credits.
it was.
Oh,
Yes, it
rip.
was made purely of credits. So everybody but Ketch is able to deduce that this creature's cause of death seems to have been starvation. It has a malnourished appearance, as much as a jellyfish can, look malnourished.
Does this seem likely to have been caused by attempted terraforming?
You're not certain, but again, a conclusion could be drawn that since the company is on this planet and terraforming things in the relatively near vicinity, this creature might have had its ecosystem disturbed. So, an hour after that, as you continue on, you get a message from Averin to Sloane's comm unit saying that your cargo was cleared and that you are welcome to leave the planet within the hour.
That's a interestingly passive-aggressive get the pronk off my lawn message.
Yeah, it does not take a very good sense motive check to read that message.
Wait. Let me sense that motive. Oh, wow, I rolled real high.
Our mission is on a timetable here.
Should we send somebody back to get the ship then? I'm worried about the ship.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to have to steal the ship back.
It will be fine. We locked it.
No,
We
you
never
didn't.
did
They
the
were-
security
they were
upgrades
offloading the
I wanted
cargo
to
for
do.
you. I was wondering, you all did just leave that very expensive, one-of-a-kind ship in the hands of company goons.
The people that we
back in
stole
the
it from.
company town.
Yeah, but they don't know that. It's very well disguised.
Oh, it's very well disguised, yeah. Except for the whole bigger on the inside cargo hold. But
They shouldn't
That
be
they
in
think
Put
there.
a
they're
tarp
into.
over that part.
They shouldn't be in there.
So Ketch is going back.
We're splitting the
So-
party.
oh
Now.
boy,
Now,
you really don't want to split the party here, my friends. I'm just giving you grief. So
Yeah.
you are, you are 2 hours out from Elysia as it is. You're closer to Terra 5 than you are to Elysia at this point.
Yeah.
So, assuming that you continue on, you eventually arrive at Terra 5. Arrive at Terra 5. So, adjacent to a large, brightly colored coral reef, a well-lit underwater structure of steel and transparent aluminum perches on articulated legs that allow it to crawl slowly along the ocean floor. For mechanics' sake, we'll say that we are about, I think, 500 feet is the seabed around here. I will be upfront with you and tell you that the AP does not give me a distance, and so looking at the depth rules in Starfinder, I think 500 feet is a reasonable depth. So you are very deep down, it should be noted. So the
Is
structure...
it dark down here?
Very dark, yes.
Okay.
There, some light is penetrating from the sea surface above, but you're fairly low, fairly dark. The structure lists towards a deep trench that disappears into the inky depths as you approach. It does not look well, the structure of Terra 5. Flurries of white and green foaming bubbles stream from various ruptures in its walls. Red emergency lights pulse intermittently along its perimeter as a water-dampened alarm faintly sounds throughout the water. As you approach,
oh dear.
everyone but Marayoth notices 2 points of access with a secret perception check that I made. And by secret, I mean I just rolled it ahead of time. There is a moon pool through which you could enter, which you all noticed on the map of the facility. Remember, you got a map of this facility on the computer system of Elysia as well.
Played some Mod. I know what a moon pool is.
Yeah. So there's a moon pool through which you could enter, as well as a giant gaping hole in the side of the structure that you might be able to breach. Although, that is open to the sea, I will remind you. So that, could speed things along a bit. The hole in the structure appears to be what is left of a room. So there's probably a door there, you think, but it will take you some effort to get through. Conversely, the moon pool is an open pool in the center of the facility that you could swim up and through, as evidenced by the map.
Yeah, let's do the moon pool. Also, are we supposed to be seeing this map?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
However, I say not yet, and yet. Yes, Joe Adultman, this is fine. Everything will be fine.
Is it yet now?
It is yet. Do you see it?
Yeah, I see
I
it.
now see it.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Yeah,
Right. So, some mechanics, because Gus has Jet has just posted the depths rules as well. Your environmental protections on your armor will protect you from depths, like severe
Thank
depths
God.
and extreme depths and all that. So, as always, armor sort of tosses those rules out the window in many cases, but that just makes it easier for us to play the game in this case. So
It does.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I feel like the idea is that it should be optional. You can have the armor protect you from whatever environmental concerns you don't want to deal with.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So.
Right. So, Tom, I heard you mention something about this thing moving.
So no, it's currently so what you're seeing as you get closer to the facility. Let me describe it for you, because there's a lot going on, and this is going to be a lot because the facility once again has red emergency lights blaring on the outside, or flaring on the outside, bubbles streaming from various ruptures in its hull. This is, as you can see, from sort of an octagonal shape. With various rooms branching off of a center. You wouldn't be able to see them very well, but there are 4 struts that function like legs that allow the base to move as along the seabed floor. 2 of those struts, you can see as you get closer, are very damaged. And you also see a creature, large creature, mechanically, sort of desperately swimming around those struts as you approach. You could conceivably you could get closer to them, or you could enter the facility and see what's going on there. You have 2 options there.
I'm very curious about this creature.
Okay.
Personally.
I am too.
Catch, you
All
should
right.
go closer in your torpedo sub. Investigate.
Yeah.
I don't
Does
wanna-
Catch have stealth?
Give the guy a heart attack. I'll get out of the sub, put the sub in my null space chamber, and approach as myself.
Okay.
And yes, I have great stealth.
All right. Good.
Auntie does not.
So you see, Catch, as you approach. Upon closer inspection, they appear to be a Morlama, the giant walrus people. Specifically, you see this person.
More Lamas. Haven't seen them since the first round.
Starfinder Society.
Yeah, Starfinder Society.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What
Yeah,
if,
first
yeah,
Here we go.
That
First
pissed
introduced in 108.
Yeah.
not fine.
Yeah.
I GM'd that several times over. It was fun. It's a good one.
You would like that one, because that has some weird places.
Yeah.
So,
This one looks friendly, like all Morlama do.
yes,
Yeah.
they're just inherently sort of very affable looking people.
Does this one have
So-
4 pet carriers with Raxalites inside?
No, this one does not. And it was
Which
Stella
person?
Fair. Come on, Jack, get it right.
Fair. It could be either or, though, to be fair.
It could, although Stella Fair are diminutive, whereas Raxalites are only tiny. I should know. I've played both. So let's. So they, as Catch approaches solitarily, you will hear, they stop what they're doing for a second and look over at you before continuing. Oh, thank goodness. Are you from the company?
Yes.
We look for our captain who's good at lying. Oh, you're good at lying. I forgot.
Can I take that reroll that we have?
I mean, if you want to, I'm not the arbiter of that. Oh well, it was technically given to me, but I don't use rerolls. So yes, go ahead, take that reroll.
Hold on, Catch. Do you think it's on theme for Catch to fail? Oh, all right, never mind.
I don't. Oh, he's good at lying. There's a reason I have spent an entire feat on this.
Fine.
All right. Well, excellent. We could really use some help here. I've been out here on my own. I've felt the base creaking and dove underneath to try and make some provisional repairs. It's all I can do to keep the damaged struts from collapsing completely and pitching the whole base into that trench over there. Can you do me the biggest of favors and go to the access panels on those struts? There's a self-repair protocol, but it has to be manually activated, prompting company budget cuts. Should have been able to do this from inside. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, tell me about it. Edge Corp, am I right?
Or, I tell you, they point you to the. So again, there are 4 struts. 2 of them are damaged. So go ahead and you can swim over to one of these struts. So far, all I'm picturing in my head is Catch is the only one doing this, correct?
I figured. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like we really need to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Catch
But-
approach
Seems to be unfriendly right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But Mrayoth isn't any good at engineering anyway, so who cares?
I
Mrayoth
mean,
will just talk to the Morlama. What was their name? Birshay?
Yes, Berchet.
And slowly subvert them against Edcore. What? I guess we can ask what sort of malfunction by Edcore's budget equipment caused this calamity.
I really don't know. It all happened so fast. All of a sudden, I heard a giant explosion, and the base started listing. So I came out here.
Is everybody inside okay?
I don't know. Once I might ask you to also go inside and take a look at them once we're see if you can locate everybody. There should be. He thinks to himself for a second. 5 others, and then 2 Kalo that the company sent by. I guess they were here on some sort of inspection or something.
And is insert name of Tarika's daughter in there too?
Shan.
Oh yes, Shan is here.
Shan. Oh yeah, great. Okay, so I'm not doing this entirely out of the goodness of my heart. That's the only thing that wouldn't have made sense for Catch.
Fair enough. All right, so Catch has a 29 for the first access panel. So you go over and seems to be it's just a hatch on one at near the connection of the strut to the base itself above. And so this hatch you are able to open easily, and you are able to activate the self-driven repair processes on one of the broken struts. So go ahead and make me another check on the second of the struts, Catch.
Well, you know it. That's a nat 20 on the die, 35 in total.
Spicy. So yes, Catch, you are able to very handily throw the right levers and sort of maybe make a few connections that were missing on these repair protocols and get this up and running. No problem at all.
Nicely.
Yes.
Very good job, Catch. I didn't have to help you with that at all.
I just thought of something,
Ooh.
Tom.
He just gives Auntie a thumbs up, like in a wry smile.
Yes, Chad.
I'm wondering if Gus's mild claustrophobia would be kicking in, because we're in extreme depths. It's pitch black. I know it's not necessarily like I have solid physical objects pushing in on me, but I'm feeling this intense pressure, even if the armor's resisting a certain amount of it. I think Gus might be like having a panic attack.
Oh no, Gus!
Oh no.
That is entirely up to you and very reasonable, I think, to assume. Unrelated. Would you refresh on Chrome because the stream is not updating.
I can refresh on Firefox because that's what I'm using for stream right
Sorry,
now.
that's what I meant. Refresh your, like, all I'm saying is the stream is not, oh, the stream's just, hold on. Maybe I need to refresh my page because the entire stream was frozen. Nope, you're good. Sorry about that.
That's your update,
okay.
guys. If you missed it, you missed it. Holy crap, they're big.
That's a big old pupper.
They're not pups anymore. That's just a dog date.
Dog date,
You
which
say
is
that
very-
like that's a bad thing, Simon.
Yeah.
It's a different
yeah.
thing. I don't appreciate being lied to.
Oh,
I don't want to
We
call
call
it a
our
dog
cat-
date. That sounds too.
We call our 5-year-old cat the kitten.
I mean, all dogs are doggos and puppers until they show signs of aggression, and then that's merely they're merely owned by fools who have taught them bad things.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
all right. So, you have repaired the struts on this facility, and that's going to be that. So, would you like to enter the facility now? Brochet will thank you for your help and say that he needs to stay outside and continue sort of working on the struts and oversee the processes. But you've really helped him out by accessing those panels.
Well, Morales will probably like spend a bit of time talking to Gus about the panic attack that they can feel over the mental link.
Oh.
Yeah, Gus is probably not super communicative right now. You're probably just getting like rushes of emotion and random stray panicked thoughts, and he's probably just kind of shaking while he's floating in the water.
Gus, most of your thoughts right now are inaccurate and incoherent. What is happening to your body?
You might like the flashback that we had that Tom had narrated a while ago, where like him being crushed underneath the boulder and the arm being so. You're probably getting very visceral flashbacks of that across the link, actually.
Sure.
Auntie Nuna will come over and try to guide Gus through some breathing exercises. All right, Gus. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out slowly, like you're blowing out a candle on a birthday cake.
I am gonna roll. Let's see how well he takes to the that's a 9. He did bad on a will save I was giving him just because I felt like that's a good way to gauge it. I think he starts calming down somewhat, but he's still not great. He still looks a little shaky.
Yeah.
He's still breathing fairly quickly.
Does he have a condition? Like,
I
did you say he
decided
is
that he had a certain amount of
shaken?
mild claustrophobia because of his experience in the cave-in.
No. I mean, like mechanically.
No,
I mean,
that was just me trying to figure out how. I wanted random chance to determine a little bit how he was going to respond to what you were doing.
Yeah.
Let his character sheet speak for himself a little bit. Yeah,
Is
During
breathing
all this,
supposed?
Ketch being completely ignorant to all of this is trying to grift this guy out of some equipment. He asks, "You got any tools that can help us inside there?"
Well, yes, there should be. Checking. It's A1 on the map. The entrance room. Checking the entrance room. There might be. There should still be the personal submersible power armor suit, as well as some batteries that might help you.
Personal submersible.
Yes, personal submersible power
Oh
armor.
goodness.
Yes. So that's pretty much all he can offer you immediately. But he doesn't know what it looks like on the inside. He just dove for the moon pool as soon as he could to get out and take a damage report on the struts itself as one of the aquatic subspecies or aquatic subtype members of the team here.
Gus, you seem to be unaware that you are not currently in a cave-in. You are not currently in a cave-in. You are instead deep underwater. We are unable to do this breathing exercise because we do not have lungs. We have tracheae, long tubes that go along our abdomens.
Well, right now I kind of wish I had those. Yeah, just the pressure, it got to me. It felt like I was being crushed again. And it's very dark down here, just like it was in that cave.
You're okay, Gus. You are okay.
I'd like to get
You're not
inside
gonna be-
now.
Yes,
Yes,
you're not going to
that
be
is a
left
thing we
alone
can
out
do.
here.
Poor Gus. So
Mhm.
yes, we are. We'll cut to you all sort of emerging from the moon pool in area A1 on the map here that you all can see on the stream.
Gus very
And
ungracefully, like
Mm.
flop
Yeah.
roll.
yeah, he sort of heaves himself out of the water, and that's that. Okay, so that is, I think, a pretty good place for us to end as you all enter, and there are these alarms blaring. There's, we'll say, like a little teeny tiny bit of water on the floor, but not any that would constitute a water level. There's going to be a lot of fun mechanics on this next section of the AP
Oh,
here,
dear.
my friends, and that's where we're going to be coming back after the break. So how about No,
I did
listen,
it.
it's fine.
Wait,
This is
when
we're
did
doing a
we
cold-
count in? Nobody. What? Nobody
That
told me.
literally
we're doing a
just
cold
did it.
open. Oh man, we're such professionals. So cold open, just like on that show, Sunday night afternoon. So Leif, tell us what weapon accessory did Dizzy give you? The audience is burning to know.
I was gonna say now I feel on the spot, and I feel like nobody really was burning to know.
I mean, I actually
really
want
am,
to know.
I'm vaguely interested. It just was so random.
Well, I was just looking through because I'm updating my sheet here to make sure everything's like proper and accounted for, and it was just listed here as nanofiber grip, Dizzy's mod. And I was like, what? Right,
Yeah.
that happened like a session or two ago. Dizzy gave me a mod and we put it on my gun. Yeah, it's a nanofiber grip, so it's actually really hard to get this one-handed heavy weapon out of Ketch's hands now.
Yeah, it's even
So
grippier.
beefy.
Yes.
Awesome.
Sorry
Oh.
about it.
Oh no, please, not at all.
I did say when Liz gets back, us count us in, but I should have given a verbal thing before I started the
Yeah.
countdown.
Yeah, so I think it's like 3, 2.
I was
Yeah.
swallowing ice cream, the last of it, I think.
I see. So,
No
fun
excuses.
story about swallowing things on camera. That is not as dirty as I made it sound.
I mean, it definitely can sound dirty.
Especially because it's about one of my students. All right, ready? So here we go. So we were recording for Drama Club, and because I'm doing an online drama club, we were recording the performance, and this one kid, every time when you're on stage, your camera's on. When you're off stage, you turn your camera off, right? So every time he came on stage and turned his camera on, he was finishing chewing something, very obviously. And I was like, oh my God, Johnny is his stand-in name. Come on, Johnny, like seriously, like you couldn't just finish that. Why are you eating? 20 minutes later, he came back on camera for a different thing. He was still chewing something. It's like, you just have a bowl
It's
of
gum.
chips off
It's
to the
gum.
side, Johnny? Like, come on. I'm trying to work with professionals here. So,
Ooh, you really shouldn't be in elementary school then, buddy.
Professional first graders.
yeah. He's a 5th grader, I'll have you know.
Oh,
Anyway.
5th graders, sorry.
Yeah, I
That's
expect some
worldly
level of
difference.
professionalism from my 5th graders. But anyway, when last we left our free-flying traders, they had just entered the sinking base of Terra 5. The terraforming platform created by Edge Corp, Evgenia Jameson Corporation. We don't say that enough. I love that name, Evgenia Jameson Corporation. So they entered, and I, over the break, shared with the players some information, but I will go over it with you all, dear listener and or viewer, for your own edification. The water levels in Terra 5 are rising, are going to be rising as our heroes traverse this underwater base. And so, whenever they enter a room that has, it's going to be measured in numbers, numerical levels. So, if they enter a room and that room is already flooded, the water levels are going to equalize between the two rooms. Okay, so say you open a door to a room where the water level is 4 out of 6. 6 is the highest. 6 is that room is flooded completely. Say your room is water level 0. The room you entered is water level 6. We add those two together, we divide by 2, and now your room and the other room are water level 3 each. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the case of like an odd number that we're dividing by 2, we are going to round up. So you're going to spontaneously create water. Yes, there is no clean. I thought for probably a half hour on a cleaner way to do that. There is no clean way to do that. That occurred to me. So we're just going to round up and call it what it is. So the terrain in this area is going to be modified by water levels in the room as well. So if the water level is at 0, there's no effect, obviously. If the water level is at 1, the whole room is difficult terrain, and acrobatics checks DCs are increased by 2. If the water level is 2, area is difficult terrain, acrobatics checks. That is going to happen whenever there's water in the room, period. So then at level 2, we add on land speed reduced by 5 feet. At level 3, the land speed reduction is 10 feet. Level 4 is where it starts to get spicy. Land speed is reduced by 15 feet, as well as the acrobatics DCs and difficult terrain. Also, swim speeds can be used if you have them. And small or smaller creatures must swim. Luckily for you, none of you are small creatures, but figured I'd keep that in there because at 5th level... Well, yeah, well, I mean, how are you wearing armor? Let's not think too hard about that because it's all very weird. Area at water level 5, the area blah, 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 blah. Land speed is reduced by 20 feet. Swim speeds can be used, and medium or smaller creatures must swim. This is where everybody is going to have to start swimming. And at area water level 6, everybody's swimming. The whole room is underwater. That is floor to ceiling, flooded. So, I have a certain number of rooms in my head that is going to cause this facility to pitch into the abyss, into the dark, inky depths of the trench that is next to you. Fixing those struts before you went into this place is going to help. That is going to allow it to hold on a little bit longer if we reach that threshold. However, the water, if enough water sinks into this base while you are searching for Shan and all that, then we're gonna go for a ride, and it's gonna be fun. If not, it'll still be fun. You'll still have fun, but that is why we are moving in initiative order, because each room is going to, upon you entering it, they're going to effectively activate, and the water, I'm going to start tracking the levels. So, because otherwise, tracking all of them at the same time would, frankly, doom you all, because and make a lot more work for me. So,
we've got a bunch of buckets, and we're going to bail out all the rooms. Got it.
Yeah, in the
underwater. In the moon pool. That's how it works, right? We can do that?
Yes, of course. Yes.
That's how air pressure works.
Yeah, totally. So, where would you all like to go first? You do have a map of the facility, which should have shown you the... Can you see all of the rooms in this map or no?
Nope.
No.
Just the one we're in.
Yeah, just the one we're in.
Oh, bummer. All right. Well, here, let me do a real quick screen cap of this map. I should have checked this while we were on break. I apologize. I just assumed that you all would be able
How
to
dare you
see it. It's a big map. It's funny because they say you got a map of the facility on Elysia, right? But part of the map, and it says give them a copy of map A, but part of the map is, as I described, flooded and damaged, which would not be on the map on the computer that you got.
It's true.
So that's why I didn't just give this to you in a handout, but I'm giving it to you in our Discord channel right now on Series 4 Fly Free. So
okay, and we will be what's the word? On our honor not to metagame.
Yeah, so I mean, you saw those coming in. You see A2 and A11 on this map are flooded, and you as characters would probably know that since you drove past them in your boats or submersibles.
Yeah.
So we're leaving those for last.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd ask Catch, what can we do? You do engineering, right, Catch? What can we do to remove some of the water from this building?
Well, ideally a rig like this got a pump somewhere, but we got to find it first. So, first and foremost, we these doors here, and he points down to A2 and A11 and says, "These doors, don't open these doors. That's like number one."
I have a question about physics. Hold on. How would a pump? You have a limited amount of air. In order to remove water from the building, you need to add air from somewhere.
Simon, how do your
Right?
environmental protections work? The answer is
Yeah.
we don't know. So,
All right.
yeah. So
Science
you can assume
fantasy pumps. Got it.
there's because to answer the question, there is almost assuredly some sort of oxygen creation system here, right? Because otherwise they would run out of oxygen. So
Yeah.
there's life support
Yeah.
systems that are pumping
Yeah.
in more
Okay.
oxygen.
There's probably like gases under pressure that are stored so that, they can be pumped in, provide
Okay.
atmosphere.
We just need to find that room and rupture all of those gas canisters. Problem solved.
I don't think
I'm
that would
afraid
solve-
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, we'd need to close any of the holes in the exterior structure. Otherwise, we're just going to. It's not going to work.
Okay, I guess we need to look around for any holes that have not been sealed and look for any pumps.
So you said we were given a map, right, of what the structure would be pre-damage. What is, or was any of that map labeled at all? Like as to the general purpose of the rooms?
You can sort of, looking at the map, you can sort of surmise it, right, Jet?
Like I'm
Like,
trying to
there's
figure out what
like
A12 is.
bedroom
A12
northwest.
could be a power system or what, like, like I don't know what that structure is. That's what I was trying to find out what A12 was.
Sort of infer, but if you can't infer, I'm going to say A12 is very close to you, right? It's right to
Yeah.
the north. You can just open that door, see what it is.
Yeah, Gus would
Let's
want to
do
look at there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He drags himself, bedraggled, like off the floor to the wall, leans on the wall to stand up, gets his feet underneath him, and he's standing next to that door. And he's like, "What's this?" Boop.
All right. That door opens, and I go to the dynamic lighting layer and remove the door because I haven't figured out how to do. I haven't looked into doing that fancy thing that Nick and Jet do, where you can just walk through the door and make it, get to the other side. But that's okay. You now have access to A12, which water level. You'll see in each room.
I'm blind.
Yeah, you changed something.
What do you mean?
I
We can no longer
can't see.
Oh, I can still see.
Let's see.
Wait. So Simon
Um,
and Leif cannot see, but
Right.
Jet-
Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to roll initiative for me.
yeah. Go ahead.
I
Do
don't
that.
think that's the issue with the vision, though.
Okay. Great
It's
initiative
like-
roll.
Oh,
All right.
wow. Yeah. Auntie is on it. This is
So-
not the first time I've been on a sinking underwater what would you call this building?
Base.
Base.
So
Yes.
Ketch and Simon cannot see. Ketch and
Right. I can.
Have you tried moving your token? Sometimes that.
I have. It happened like a minute after that door was opened.
It is now dark for me. I can still see, but
Yeah, well, I can still see the map, but it is as though I saw it and then no longer have vision to it. It's a gray
Agreed.
map,
okay.
and it doesn't
All right.
update when I move.
So let me briefly turn dynamic lighting off and back on and see if that helps.
Sure.
exciting
look.
times, listeners.
Spoilers.
Don't look. How about now?
That fixed it.
I can see everything.
I
No.
can see,
And
but
now I can see everything.
Hopefully for.
There we go.
Oh
it's
no!
telling
Now I can't see anything anymore.
Ah.
So I
What
think
the
some.
heck?
Yeah, I think Marath and Ketch have different vision.
How about now?
Nope.
no.
Okay. Checking your dynamic. You have vision. You have night vision out to 60 feet.
Do the players have control of the tokens?
I mean, I can move it. I assume that means I have control over it, right?
Yeah. Does that mean we have visibility?
What is going on?
Do we want to go to break while we figure this out?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry, everybody. We'll go to break. break. We'll be right back.
And...
And we're back. So, sorry about that. Turns out we just needed to turn it off and back on again in a different way. But we're back and we're going to get to it. So, small point of order. I've already messed this up because I was supposed to... we are running this in initiative turn order, which means Gus could not have moved up there unless everybody delayed until after him.
Oops,
Because
sorry.
he's a slow boy. Oh, that's okay. So, would you rather... would everybody like to wait until after Gus, or would Gus like somebody to open that door for, the party?
I'm okay with either or. If anyone else was going to open that door, they could have opened that door if they prefer.
Yeah, why don't we just say
Auntie
Anti?
Nuna, yeah, Auntie Nuna has engineering and pretty good perception, so
Okay, so
she's
Nuna has gone in there.
yeah.
All right.
Auntie Nuna's going to listen at the door, see if she can hear sloshing. At what level?
There appears to be no water in this room.
Awesome. She opens it.
All right. You open the door, and I'm going to say, generally, every room is sealed by a bulkhead. You're not going to be able to hear one way or another
Okay.
whether there's water on the side. But okay, so and
Can't
you will be
blame
able to
her.
see on the floor. Each floor I've typed, water level 0, so you can have that chart that I made for you handy to refer to, so you know the conditions in each room. So, Nuna, you have opened the door as part of your move action. We'll say you can move up to a door and open it, but beyond that, it'll take another action to get in there and do anything.
Okay.
So, let me describe A12, which they put right at the beginning of this map for some reason. An extremely loud and massive water pump fills this room, connected to the ceiling and floor with thick steel conduits. A small walkway leads around its edge. Smoke pours from vents along the top of the straining pump. Make me... anybody who can see into that room can go ahead and make me an engineering or perception check, please.
Ooh, engineering. Ooh, Auntie. Got a 29.
All right. Simon, engineering is typically a trained skill.
Yeah, sure. Rob me of that nat 20.
I am very sorry, especially since most everybody else made this check as
I rolled
well.
a 3.
Yeah, but yes, that's okay. So let's see. You can see, everybody but Marath can see that several smaller conduits have been knocked out of alignment. Sorry, everybody but Gus. Shoving these conduits back into place will require a single strength check. Due to the cramped nature of this room, only one aid may be rendered. So.
All right.
After
Although,
Oh, go on.
since Marath can squeeze, can they get in there as well?
I'm going to say that compression is great, but it's not going to help you get much more leverage on aiding a strength check.
All right.
Especially by, thousands of little bugs. So, yes. So it's going to require a strength check to push those conduits back into place, after which it might require some software work on the computer console in front of it.
Okay. Then Auntie will move. So there's a computer console inside the room. Like, do we need to like switch places or something?
So you'll need to be in the room in order to work on the computer and to make the strength check or assist.
Okay. Actually, Catch, you can remote hack the computer from here, right? Without having to go into the room.
Yeah, should be able to do that.
Fantastic. Why don't you do that for us, and then Gus, go in there and you do what you do best.
All right, I'll get out my cooking tools. And his arm starts morphing.
No. I mean brute strength, dear. Brute strength.
Oh yeah, that.
Strong like bull.
You know.
And as Gus heads in there to go push on the wrong thing because he failed his engineering check, Catches like, no, that one there.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna say, unless Auntie Nuna has anything else to do on her turn, I'm gonna call that her turn. We're gonna, because it's gonna take us a really long time to get through this facility if we spend a long time on turns. So, not saying that anybody's I'm not saying that Liz has taken too long. I'm just saying I'm going to keep moving us along.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course. So, Catch, you cannot make the computer's check until the conduits have been put into place. So
Catch moves there and delays for the conduits to be pushed into place.
Okay.
Ready is an action to hack.
There you go.
The proper terminology.
All right. What do y'all want Sloan to do?
What's
She has
Sloan
relevant
good?
skills,
What's
right?
Sloan good at besides piloting?
Lying.
Lie to the
and
water.
lying.
It's
Getting
it's
people to
crappy
do
in
what we
here.
want them to do.
You don't want to be in this
Ooh, trick
underwater
them.
base.
Trick the walrus into doing the heavy lifting for us.
The walrus is still seeing to the struts that are keeping you all up.
The walrus is keeping us alive. The walrus can keep doing what he's doing.
As walruses
Alright.
traditionally do.
Yes.
Why doesn't Sloan just open another door then? That sounds exciting.
Catch directs Sloan to the west door and says you might find something fun behind there if the map looks like it's anything.
Okay. Sloan will go over to this door and use the rest of her move action to open it. And I will go to the dynamic lighting layer. Here's hoping I don't break your vision again. Up.
I'll just refresh. Nope, not broken yet.
No,
Yay!
good. It only happened
Alright.
after I moved my token that last time, so I think we're good.
Okay, cool. So Sloan reports that this seems to be a hallway. We'll take a step out into the hallway and all right. And that will be Sloan could like move and open another door, but the nature of these doors, the nature of these doors will only allow one bulkhead to an area to be open at a time, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that does make sense.
we want to keep things watertight-ish.
Yeah, that's to your benefit anyway.
Yes.
Really.
Well, does
Really,
that mean
yeah.
this door wouldn't have opened then, since this other one is?
Oh, interesting. I hadn't even thought. All right. To a room can be open at any given time. It would take her an engineering check to override this safety feature, but you are correct. That door would not open.
Okay, well, that's good information to have that we learned from Sloane's turn.
Yes.
I don't think Sloane has engineering to override that.
She
No,
does
she
not,
does
I
not.
believe.
So-
And I don't think we necessarily want to override that either. That sounds like something we should keep
No.
in place.
All right. So, and it's per door as well. So you would need to make an engineering or strength check, I should say, to open a door against the safety protocols. But that is Sloane's turn. Morath, what do you do?
Morath will say, is there any way we can help Auntie Nuna?
What's your strength score?
It is not
Yeah.
high. We are mini bugs.
Many bugs.
Many bugs
Um,
like ants or many bugs like caterpillars?
In aggregate, we are about as strong as the average non-combatant human.
Well,
But we are very athletic. Whatever that means.
Mariath, why don't you go over to one of the other doors and prepare
Prayers
to open it
delays, say no
When
more.
we say so, yes.
All right. Mariath can come out of delay whenever they want or not. Gus, we are on to you, my friend.
So I need to move into the room in order to enact this heavy lifting, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so boop, boop. Can I stand here, or do I need to be somewhere else?
Yeah, it's fine. You're able to move around in there. It's cramped enough that you could only have like one more person in there in general.
Okay, I'll just move there. And then is it a raw strength check, or is it athletics?
It is a raw strength check. Our
Here's
favorite.
hoping. Oh,
Ooh,
18 on the
Yeah.
die.
he is indeed strong like bull.
I am strong boy.
I'm gonna say strong like bull.
Yeah. Gus just sets his shoulder into the pieces that need to be realigned, and does some percussive maintenance, we'll say, and that will then trigger Ketch's action to hack. Ketch, go ahead and make me a computers check, my friend. You are trying to restart the software for this pump and maybe run some diagnostics on it.
Oh god, what was that thing that I had? Animist's tools. What did those let me do?
I don't think it's a reroll. It might
It
be.
wasn't a reroll? I thought
I-
it was for some
I
reason.
thought it might be a reroll.
Double check, but I will tell you right now, that is not going to be enough.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be.
Of course, that's still a pretty impressive number. They rolled a 3 on the die and got an 18 on the
Well,
computer
Wow.
check.
Engineers, what can I say? Or mechanics, what can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unless you've got a reroll kicking around, it does not look like it. Did you use that reroll, the one that I? Yeah, you did before.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We had to ask permission,
Oh,
or at
you
least
have
we
to
asked
reroll.
permission.
From Trippy, actually, kicking around.
Well,
here.
the animistic tools also give it. The model of the tool.
Cool, one reroll,
determines-
ignore the broken condition for 1 minute is what they do.
Weren't those for engineering?
Mm,
I think they were.
I think they
You gotta
were.
write down the skill.
You're right.
Because you
You're right.
found those in.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
right.
I don't have it written down here exactly what it is. I thought it was, but no, you're right.
That's okay. Well, would you like to use this reroll or wait another round?
We'll use the reroll. It feels like how many do we have though?
Oh, go for it. Go for it. We only have an hour and 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Mhm.
I did slightly better.
That
22.
was indeed the number that you needed.
Oh,
Really cutting it close there, my friend, but you got it.
thank goodness.
So the pump seemed to sort of start chugging back to life as Gus pushed those, what did I call them? Conduits. Pushed the conduits back into alignment. But then, Ketch, you hopped in wirelessly with your wireless hack. Great ability. I can't believe it's gotten not one but 2 uses out of it so far this episode. I have never found a way to use it as my other game.
You really got to think creatively, but like there are ways to use it.
Yeah. So with your wireless hack, you are able to sort of give it a boost, restart some systems, and run some diagnostics, and clean up the system. The pump fires up in earnest with no smoke filling the chamber anymore. This will confer a benefit, and the pump's function is to, I'm not going to be too specific about it, but it's going to start pumping water out of any rooms that are flooded,
Nice.
save for rooms that are open to the ocean, because
Yeah,
it's
because
the
it
ocean.
can't do
So,
everything.
Does Gus have enough movement to get out of that room so we can close that door? Or, oh no, I guess he.
Like I
Moved
moved in
and
and then I
ended.
did the thing, is the thing.
yeah, you moved in, you did the thing, you had to end your turn, sadly. So,
I don't have
That-
spring attack for conduits, unfortunately.
yeah. The turn order calculation round is invalid. What do you mean? So it's now round 2. Hold on. I'm going to add a turn. Can I add a turn? No. Round divider? Add a turn? Sorry, I'm futzing with
Is your round counter not
Roll
counting?
20.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. I'm googling
Yeah.
it.
All right,
You should have to
now-
just like type +1 when you're adding it. You know what I mean? In the little thing underneath.
Really? So,
Yeah, but in theory, it should do it automatically.
yeah. Here, let me just go around. Okay, so no, that's fine. Because I'll just do it manually each round, and it's not that way. It's nothing I need to worry about. So, of course now it's not. Whatever. All right. So we are on to round 2 with Auntie Nuna.
All
What would you like
right.
to do, Auntie Nuna?
Auntie Nuna's going to hold her action to close this door. Well, she's going to ready an action to close the door when Gus steps through it.
I'll say Gus can close it as an action on stepping through.
Okay.
As
Well,
part of his
then-
move action to step through.
I think we're
All
all just
right.
waiting for Gus to leave the room because we can't open any of the other doors.
That's a good idea. Okay, so
Yeah.
I seesaw executive decision. You all will seesaw the initiative order, and Gus will. Gus, take your turn.
Am I done in here? Yeah. Okay. And
Yes.
his arms starts to like stop glowing so much because I wrote a little thing. Like I was not very descriptive, but I will walk over near my captain. Yeah. All right. And he'll like pat the conduit, and his arm will start like the light within his arm will start fading, and he'll just walk out of the room and close it on his way out.
Then Morath will take their turn, I guess, and move up and open the next door.
All right. The door opens. Now you all can see through it. And then the water level in that room is also 0. So far you've managed to avoid any rooms that have water in them. So
Nice.
then Gus, Morath.
Hey guys, controversial idea. What if we split up?
I don't like it.
I don't
think
like it.
People should go through there, and then I think some people should go through here.
We can't. We can only open like one door at a time.
No, yeah,
Oh,
you
mean,
guys go
like,
through
guys
that door,
go
you close
close
that
it?
door, and then we'd be able to open this door.
Why?
And then we'd
Why
have
do
to
you
be
want
able to
this?
search it twice as fast. I think it makes the most sense given we are under time constraints.
Yeah, but there's also fights that are balanced for 4 players.
I believe in us.
The real question is, what do you in character think about splitting the party?
That was a suggestion in character.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
exactly.
Here,
Yeah,
we'll even do the voice here. You guys, we should probably split up. We got a lot of ground to cover here, and we don't got a lot of time.
We dislike dividing the party in this circumstance. We do not know who else is down here, or if this was intentional sabotage.
That's okay, Mary. We'll just holler over comms. We'll come running.
Slowly, one room at a time, closing doors behind you.
I'm inclined to agree with Maria.
What does Gus think? You're muted, Gus.
Gus looks to his captain.
Captain
Oh, well,
stares at the wall with a vacant look in her eyes.
Yeah, Sloane stares off in the middle distance because Sloane is just following you all right now because we don't have a Nick. That's okay. But I'm not going to make character decisions for Nick.
Yeah. In that case, Gus would lean against separating the party because, much like Morath pointed out, like, yeah, no, I don't think we should split up because, I mean, what Morath said is very valid. We can't really run quickly when we have to stop and close doors and wait awkwardly about 6 seconds to do that. And
All right. Well,
You are welcome. You are independently minded, though, Catch. You could go up separately.
You know what? I will. And he storms over to this door here.
Oh dear. We thought that-
I should mention another thing that y'all find in this room, because that seems to be resolved, and that's certainly enough talking for one round free action. You also find a fully charged suit of personal submersible powered armor plugged into a nearby charging bay. A bank of 10 batteries and 10 high-capacity batteries, all waterproofed and compatible with standard tech, sits on a rolling rack, all fully charged. So,
In the moon pool room?
Move those into the bag.
Yeah, into the bag.
All right. So you got them in your bag, your sci-fi bag of holding. Gonna take that powered armor. It takes a standard action to get into powered armor.
I don't know if anybody can use power armor effectively.
None of us.
And Catch can't?
You get a -4 penalty to your AC and attack rolls and stuff. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I'm just saying.
What is the armor called again exactly? Personal submersible or not?
Personal submersible. It's a level 7 suit of powered armor.
Just kicking myself for not taking power armor mechanic.
I mean, I kind of want to get Gus power armor down the line a little bit, but
That'd be pretty dope.
Let me ask you this one question: is it large?
it is.
It is
And how
large
much?
with a 5-foot reach. Okay, so Catch. You can do your storm off on your turn. Auntie Nuna, what are you doing?
Auntie Nuna will join the group and gently nudge Sloane aside.
Okay. Well, could you move your token off of Sloane? Because I cannot move Sloane.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
And then open the door, I guess.
Okay. The door is now open. You are able to walk through. Now it's open. Aha.
Aha!
Victory.
All right. So that's that. I guess I'm just going to delete that. So that door is open. You're able to walk through. You can get into the hallway here if by continuing your move if you want.
All right, she does. What do we find?
It's a hallway.
Mhm.
You
God
are
damn it.
considered these halls. Anything labeled A3 or A4. Conduit pipes and maintenance gear clog this cramped corridor. In fact, it is so cramped that any creature, medium or smaller, is considered squeezing as per the condition while moving through these hallways. Medium or larger, I should say. Medium
I
or
was
smaller.
going to say, large creatures oddly can fit through there.
Yes.
I
it's,
do put
one of
that
those
armor on.
weird- yes. Foreign, strange geometry. This hallway. No. So if you are medium or larger, you are squeezing while in these hallways. Marayoth, I know you have compression, so you are fine. But so squeezing is half movement speed, if memory serves correctly.
Yes.
Sounds about
And
right.
probably some defensive penalties.
Yeah. All right. So Nuna gets into that hallway, and that's going to be her turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sloane, same thing. Sloane will follow along with Nuna. Probably go over to this door and get ready to open it. So she'll ready an action once this door closes. Catch, it is your turn.
I guess I'll just ready an action to open this door when that door closes.
They
Catch
say
your
when one door closes, another opens.
Mm.
So that is catch.
What a rebel.
We are now on round 3. No, not 3 plus, just 3. And Gus, go ahead.
Gus will step in, and that's 5, 10, 15, 20. And squeeze into that hall behind his captain.
Okay.
Marayoth will move in and close the door behind them.
Good.
I
That
think that I
triggers-
will also manifest my drill. I am feeling apprehensive.
Okay. Remember, in this hallway, you're going to have half movement speed. Unless you are Maria. Yep, just reminding.
Yeah.
And now we're on to Sloane, because that triggers her standard action that she readied to open this door. So... And then, yes, we will resolve Catch's readied action as well. So that door opens in A6. Let's read A6 before we continue. Machine parts are strewn about this dark, crowded workshop. The only light emanates from a control console showing a video feed of the terraforming base as seen from right outside. The smell of oil and grease fills the air. You see a human male slumped in a folding chair near one of 2 consoles in this room. He seems to be breathing, but will require someone to spend a standard action to rouse him back to consciousness without a medicine check. So that's what you see in here, along with 2 consoles and this strange-looking device. So, Catch, we go on to you. Oh, sorry, I gotta open the door. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Sorry, struggled with that door a little bit.
Yeah, how awkward.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh God, what is that?
All right.
What is
So-
that?
Catch, as you open this door into this hallway, you are startled to see two what appear to be Kalo in wetsuits. So they're gonna roll initiative because we're in initiative order, because this wasn't complicated enough. I love it. I think this is great.
I hope you all know that.
Good.
Yeah. So they are now in the initiative order. Let's move them. Oh gosh, the initiative order is all prunked up though.
I was gonna say you can't just hit or like descending order either.
No, that's the problem because everybody's all out of whack now. So they're just gonna go right after you. What does Catch do as he spends his? You've spent a move action so far to open this door. I'll even be nice because I'm allowing you to open it as part of a move action. You'll still be able to draw your weapon.
Aw, that's so sweet to think that I didn't have my weapon already drawn.
All
Are you
right.
kidding me?
All right. What do? If it helps, the 2 of them, very stormtrooper-esque, sort of point at you and say, "Look, there's one of them now," and they're
Blast
ready
them.
for weapons. Blast
Got it.
them.
Catch is gonna just kind of say, "Oh," and move back his full speed.
Sorry, wrong address.
Do you shut the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay. So that door is now
And then
shut.
over comes, guys, I think we got company.
Auntie Nuna, right before he says this, says, "Wait, I think my I told you so senses are tingling."
Alrighty.
You
That's
should roll 1d4
that.
for that burn.
Okay, so Kalo, the blue, is going to move up to this door and open it. And I don't know why I put the door, close the door behind you because they were just going to do this. So the Kalo opens the door, which funnily enough means that you're not going to be able to open the left door without
Yeah.
a pretty decent engineering check. Continues moving in, draws a pistol as he goes. A
God.
rifle. And will fire at Catch.
Catch.
That is a natural 20.
Delicious.
So
Oh,
course it
so
is.
delicious.
this is delicious.
I
So
love
that
it.
is, you'll be happy to know it is a Frostbite Class 0 rifle, but this is still 17 points of cold damage because of the crit. And I'm gonna need you to make me a Fortitude saving throw for the crit.
Would be slowed.
Oh, even worse.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Oh,
Kind of
Catch.
saving throw?
Fortitude, my friend. Fortitude.
No. I
Oh,
think I'm gonna take
yeah.
a reroll.
No, you
I
don't
don't-
get a reroll for this.
You already spent Trippy's reroll, so you are out of rerolls, my friend.
Good.
Over
Don't
here.
give him any audience. He doesn't deserve them.
They.
I disagree. I think you guys should give me a reroll.
Well, no, it's too late because I'm moving on. You are staggered, Catch, as per the condition, for 1 round. As the numbing beam of this 0 rifle sort of surpasses your your natural resistances to cold damage and numbs you to the bone. You are staggered, which means you get 1 standard or 1 move action next round.
Yeah, I know what it means.
And no reactions. Not that you're, melee. Then Red is going to move in pretty slow. So he's going to move over here and draw a wicked-looking spear as he goes, and that is going to be his turn. Marayoth, what do you do? They leave the door open, by the way.
Of course they do. Marianne will maybe hopefully as a free action, like struggle with the door and say, "Oh, what a surprise! We are unable to open this door during a violent situation. If only someone had foreseen this."
Auntie Nuna will be like, all right, step aside. Or, well,
Yeah, Mariath will delay and allow
Okay.
Auntie Nuna to step through them.
Thank
All right.
you.
Auntie Nuna, it is your turn.
All right, Auntie Nuna is going to make use of her engineering. She's going to step up to the door and make use of her engineering skill. Young people.
Right.
Sorry, I had to refresh, so just a moment. Oh, catch. Well,
In the
at least
meantime, this moment brought to you by bad decisions. Bad decisions. There for you when you need them most.
Bad decisions. They make great radio.
great radio. Oh no, page unresponsive.
I will roll the engineering check for Auntie Nuna
Thank
to
you.
move in. No problem. Let's go Auntie Nuna. Auntie Nuna, engineering. Oof, with a 3 on the die for a total of 15. That is unsurprisingly not going to be enough to get this door open.
Oh, catch.
And that will be all of Auntie Nuna's turn. Maria, what do you do? Remember, there is a guy unconscious in the room to the west as well.
But Mariath also doesn't have any medicine, Tom.
You don't need medicine. You're just going to need to...
Slap his
Wow.
cheeks.
Oh, Mariath can slap. Mariath says, "Oh, good luck, catch." And moves to the other room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess that's not quite enough. So I'll
No, you
move
got it,
for-
because you can go diagonal.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I can get into here. And then with the, I guess closing this door wouldn't actually help anything because the other door is already open. So yeah, I'm adjacent to this guy. We will, crawl on his face to wake him up. It's a great way to. The best alarm clock is a form of cockroaches in your mouth.
Oh God. Why?
Oh my God. All right. So yeah, he very quickly wakes up and sort of like panically swats at his face and it probably hurts himself in the process a little more, and a couple constituents most likely, and then sort of looks wildly around. A6 looks at you all groggily. His eyes go wide. He stands up, then groans as he immediately falls backwards into his chair, holding his head. Hey, who are you all? How'd you get down here? What's going on?
We're investigating what happened down here and saving the people in it. Do you know what happened?
No, all I heard was some sort of big explosion, or I think I sort of went flying into the ROV console here. He holds his head. Must have knocked me out cold.
What is that console? Are you able to use it to help us repair the station?
I'm not feeling too great right now, and but I can give you pointers on how to operate it. It's the remote. Oh, prunk! I had it, and then it fled my brain. Where remote operated vehicle. So he jerks his thumb to the vehicle to the north of the thing. That's the ROV right there. We use it to patch up the outside, and while I don't know if it's going to be able to take on serious gaps, It might be able to slow down the flooding a little bit here and there. So
Though
there
we probably can't have too long of a conversation because we're in the middle of a fight right now.
Yes, exactly. So he will. This is something that I will tell you out of character, out of time.
Sure.
He's going to be able to guide you through, and eventually, once he recovers, he might feel up to doing it himself. It takes a full action and a successful piloting or engineering check to either move the ROV to a different room's exterior or repair a breach in an adjacent room to the ROV, using the ROV's built-in welders. Repairing a breach will cause the room to flood slower, increasing the number of rounds it takes to increase the water level in that room by 1. So you can, yeah. Yep. So this is another one of those you might want to split the party situations where you leave somebody in here to repair some breaches to the hull. But that is Marayoth's turn, and we are now on to round 4. Let me make a note on the map.
The idea of leaving Catch in there to like as penance when we're done with this fight.
It's a very
Stay
appealing
here.
idea. But practically speaking, we should probably leave Sloane in there, since she doesn't have a
probably.
player anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So I've noted on the map on the GM layer when he's going to feel better. Until that point, yes, Gus, what do you do? Note that you can also open this door with a strength check, as well as an engineering check.
Yeah, but probably easier for Gus to step. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Plenty of movement to get here. And if I can, I'd like to just sort of like have like little nanite tendrils come out of my hands because like all my tools are in my body. I will, I guess, spend a nanite surge to, or no, I'll allow the drill to fall apart as I'm walking through the corridor, manifesting my engineering tools, I guess.
Okay.
And I will attempt an engineering check on the door.
Alrighty, go for it. That is not enough.
Oh, poop. Do we have enough plus ones to make it enough?
Oh, no. No, this is, again, a very hard DC. In fact, I will tell you for free, Gus is not going to be able to clear this DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it mechanically possible for him to clear the strength DC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is, I forgot to shift Z. This is Dev. He introduces himself to Marayoth.
Oh, he's got cute little goggles.
Yeah, he does. So, all right, that's Gus. Sloane is going to ready an action to step into this room and close it behind her as once Marayoth gets out. Catch, we're on to you. Meanwhile, back in A1.
Yes. Meanwhile, back in A1. Goodness.
Could just move back to the door so you're in position to open it later.
Does stagger reduce my movement speed?
No.
No.
You just get a standard aura move.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. No. Escape. How far is that? From a standstill? No, and I don't have good acrobatics, never mind.
Okay.
You're gonna provoke one other way, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm just gonna move over here.
Okay. That provokes an attack of opportunity from the spear-wielding Kalo.
Yes,
Attack
of course.
A singing spear. It's Singing Toxic by Britney Spears. That's a double joke. So 26 versus your EAC. Nope, KAC. Either way. That's probably going to be a hit. Or 11 piercing and sonic. Leif to catch. And then it is Blue Kalo's turn. Blue is going to... that shot worked so well the last time. Blue is going to shoot you again. So here's hoping. He's not too bright. He doesn't really know that you're resistant to cold damage, but that's okay because that is an 11 total to hit. So the Kalo misses. And we move on to Kalo the Red. So Kalo the
Call
Red
him
is
Caleb the Red now.
yeah. Kalo the Red will swing around this side of the pool and attack you with his singing spear once more. With a natural 1! My goodness gracious, my bad rolls are back.
Hooray.
All right. So we are on to Auntie Nuna.
All right, Auntie Nuna is gonna try another round of that engineering check, and maybe if I'm rolling it, I won't have Tom's bad luck. That's a 26.
Not enough.
Oh.
Woof.
Yeah.
Good
With our
luck.
plus ones.
And so if that doesn't work, then she'll get out of the way for Gus. All right, Gus, you're going to have to ram it.
All right. Marayoth.
Rayoth, having woken up this pilot, mosey on back down this tube. Oh, I see this. We see this door is still closed. Should we try one of the other doors?
You
They
still,
asked to Gus and-
oh, well, so you could open one of those doors. It's going to take you some time to get around there, but you could conceivably, the hallway, like to the southeast, for instance, or to the northeast, you could circumnavigate A1 and find the open door. So that is another option. Is that what you were getting at, Marayoth?
Yes. All right, so Marath will go down here, and I guess ready in action to open that door once the western door is closed.
Okay.
If
So,
yeah,
all right. Yeah, I know this is getting crazy. So Sloane will step into this chamber and get ready to and close the door behind her. And next round we'll begin that full action to try and repair any rooms that she sees that are damaged. So that will then trigger your action. Yes, Maria.
so that opens that door.
Yes, it does. So this door comes off. Boop. All right.
Nice and dry in here.
Yes, it is. Water level is still 0 in A4. So would you like to move through there, Marayoth?
Sure, if you'll let me.
You've got the remnant of that move action that you ready to move in here. So.
Oh, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess that probably gets me to here.
Okay. Marayoth, as you go by here, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh, Morale's specialty.
Oh, Pronk.
15. Everything's good down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You do not notice anything. So that's fine. So that's that. You are in A4.
Oh, actually, sorry. Instead of proceeding down the hallway, I guess I can probably is anyone else coming with me down south to loop us to loop around?
Yes, I can come with you, dear.
All right, then we will proceed to the far door.
All right. Top of round 5, Gus. What would you like to do?
I would like to know what kind of door this is, real quick.
Oh, that's a weird question.
It's a bulkhead.
Yeah.
What are
'cause I'm
my options? What are you looking at here?
Okay, so one, I could try and brute force this with strength. I don't know. You said I could succeed at it, but I don't know how likely it is because I only have a +4. My other option is I am a miner. I have a drill with the shatter property. In the first turn, it's merely penetrating and I ignore 6 points of hardness and then I do damage to the door. On the subsequent turn, based on the level of my drill, I ignore 18 points of hardness and I start doing real damage to the door.
Okay. You could probably set about getting to work on that, would you do me a favor and look up the hardness of different walls off turn? But we assume that you start digging away at that.
Leif was kind enough to look up the stats on all doors,
For no particular reason.
and they're in the Fly Free or Die group chat.
Oh,
Just
that's
slightly up.
Convenient.
All right, so this is definitely. We're going to call this a steel door. Okay. So.
So yeah, I will allow. I'll spend the nanite surge to just, as a swift action, morph all of my engineering tools into this massive no-qual drill, place it against the door, and just start shoving. And you hear the squeal of like metal on metal. It's non-lubricated, and they're just grinding into each other as it's just ripping. You can hear that sound just echoing down these corridors.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1 to hit, but it's a door. I don't know if it could dodge.
But a nat 1 is a nat 1, my friend. I think you actually miss.
It's just, what it is I didn't quite get it set, and it skitters to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Agreed.
all right, that's that. Yeah, you got a 1 in 20 chance of this not working. Really.
That's just gets this big old flea meeting grin, and he's just like, "You hear that? That's bad news." And then he's gonna shift back. No, back. I said, not that. And as he does, he's pulling a grenade from his Starfinder backpack, and he throws it right there.
Okay. I will make 2 reflex saves. The first one will be for blue.
Okay. It's not going to be a very high DC.
I got a 22 and a 23. One of them was a nat 20.
There you go.
Yeah, of course. Well, then nothing happens.
Okay. Nothing happens. And now it's their
Nothing
turn.
Right? Why did I bother doing this? I'm against NPCs with saves that are in the like dozens at level 5.
To be fair, these guys had a +3 to that, right? So, but I am in your camp on thinking that forcing saves on NPCs is often a disappointing endeavor because their stats are so much higher than ours often. So, Kayla Mercenary, the blue, is going to take another shot at catch. 17 versus EAC catch.
That'll hit.
Catch your interest. All right, 8 points of cold damage. And then red is going to step in towards catch, continuing this song and dance with the singing spear, haha, and stab. 20 versus KAC for 14 points of piercing and sonic. And with that, we go on to Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna moves down this corridor, and we've got normal speed, right?
You have half speed because you are squeezing right now.
Ah, right. Okay, so I guess I can only go 15 feet, huh?
Oh, you need to close the door behind you.
Oh, okay. Then she does that.
The door closes behind Auntie
Good
Nuna.
luck, Gus.
Oh, I love it. Look at how split the party is right now. We got Gus in one room, we got Sloan on the far end, we got Ketch in a room with 2 Kalo trying to kill him. This is the GM's. Well, I don't want to say this is every GM's dream. This is pretty exciting, though. So, that's going to be Auntie Nuna's. Well, you've got one more move action, Nuna. But also, does Morayoth have an action that triggers, or no? That was Morayoth's whole turn. Okay, so what else do you do, Nuna?
Then I guess she'll move 5 feet here.
Okay. Nuna, as you walk into this hallway, you also you actually do hear what Morayoth missed before. You pick up on a weak and wordless telepathic plea for help as you enter this hall.
Oh no.
Seems to be coming from the other side of the door to the southwest.
Oh, I guess she better go southwest.
I swear to God.
Oh boy.
So it's a
How
weakened.
quickly this went to flame. I love it.
Well, for the rest of the round, she'll be thinking about what to do.
Perfect. All right. We're on to Sloan, who is going to begin operating the ROV and make a piloting check, of course.
Nice.
Using the camera on the outside of the ROV. Oh my god, she rolled a nat 1.
Oh my
Let's-
god.
It
Why are you
explodes.
infecting us?
It explodes.
The Rob
That's useless.
explodes.
So the DC for this was 17. So Sloan was this close to passing it. In fact, a +1 would do it, but you don't seem to have any +1s. Since
don't?
I am kind and benevolent, I would allow a retroactive +1 to turn this into a success if somebody were to donate a +1. Man, my downstairs neighbor right now is like slamming something. I don't know if it's coming through or not.
It's
Nope.
not.
Okay, great. That's good because it's really concerning. It's just every like 30 seconds. Anyway.
What are you worried about? Hacking up a body?
Butt Stubble gave us a +1 just now. It said go, go, go.
All right, that's Butt Stubble. Thank you, Butt Stubble, for saving these 4 heroes who could use any advantage they could get right now. So that's
They
going
really
to turn
could.
that into a success because you cannot crit fail skill checks in Starfinder anyway. So the ROV, Sloan is going to sort of use to scan the outside of this facility. And she manages to find, let's see. She manages to find a slight breach in the hull of A8 currently. So the ROV is going to move up to the north of this facility and begin working next round because it's either move or repair. So, Maria, it is your turn.
Oh, I was goofing on Twitch chat. I can't multitask. Marayath, now that that door has been closed and blithely unaware of this telepathic plea for urgent help, will buzz around this southeast door and rotate it to open it.
Okay. The door to the southeast opens. And a torrent of water rushes into your hallway.
Oh my
dear.
god. Oh
Water
my
level
god.
in A3A was indeed at level 3. This means that between A3A and A4, the water level of each is now at 2. Because
You
0
found a
plus
mini
3.
portal to the water plane, also known as
We're
the source
all gonna
block.
die.
So now, land speeds are difficult terrain, which means your speed is halved, and squeezing means your speed is halved, which is unfortunate. So that's going to be land speed. Sorry, difficult terrain, and your land speed is reduced by 10 feet. So it's going to be really hard to move through here.
Only 2, right? Only by 5 feet because they're both level.
Oh, I see. Yes, they are both level 2. Yeah, I was misremembering the chart. Thank you, Simon. So your land speed is reduced by 5, on top of it being difficult terrain, on top of you squeezing.
Okay.
So, still not a walk in the park. But good news is you've opened that door.
Hooray!
What do you-
Marayath will, oh dear, and lifting up off the ground will hover above the water. With compression, they're also not slowed by the smallness of the hallway, so Marayath is fine.
Marayath,
Yes? Oh dear,
this is
your
going-
socks
this
are
is-
wet.
this is going to sound very strange, but if you could open the other door, that might be the best thing. Go down that hallway. Go down that hallway and open the door.
We can't open that door, we just opened this door.
You could close it.
Oh.
Here, we will just go through this door and close it, and then you can get the southwest door.
No. No, what I'm thinking is it's very likely that there is water on the other side of that door. If you close this door, it will flood. If you close this door and open that one, and it has water, it may flood this room and make it, ironically, easier for me to move about. Plus, we might be able to get some air over to whatever poor being is trapped out there.
But you are also able to open that door. We are confused.
I cannot move quickly enough to get to it. You move much faster than I.
Yes, the ceiling is very low.
I can close this door.
All right,
Okay.
Rael, what do you do?
Rayoth will, with the remaining movement here, they can. Fly speed is slower, so. How much movement speed did you say opening a door cost?
It's just part of your movement action, I'm going to say.
Oh, it's free. Okay.
This is already hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So I will have to double move to fly. So I won't be able to ready an action.
All right, so you close the door to A3 behind you?
If you're saying I can do it for free, I may as well close this one to limit the amount of overflow, or limit the width of the potential overflow.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess once I get down here, if opening a door is free, I can just do that now.
Yes. All right.
We do.
What happens?
So Marayoth opens a door, floods the room, closes the same door, goes and opens a different door, and incredibly, the water level in this room is 0, or was. Now it is level 1 because you're spreading more water from area, A4, area 4, and area 5 are now 2 versus 0. So we add that together, we have it, and each area has. Yes, I will not always spell out the math that much, but I wanted to make sure everybody understands exactly what's happening here. So now I will track that. I have a paper with all the rooms on it and D6s because I found that's an easier way to track this than writing it on each individual thing.
Oh, that was that spoiler that you showed us in Discord.
That was the spoiler, yes. It is, oh boy. All right, so that is Marayoth, and Auntie Nuna already took her turn, correct? So
Correct.
we're going to move on to round 6 now. At the top of round 6, good news is the water level in area A5 drops by 1 because the pump activates. The water level in A4 also drops as the pump activates. So A5 and A4 are no longer waterlogged at all. This offsets this increase. Okay. All right. We are good to continue. Go on, Gus.
Let's see if I can attack a door. Gus resets very carefully, tongue out of the corner of his mouth, like, I rolled an 11 to hit the door, but it's a 2 this time. If that 11 hits the door, I did 24 damage to it, 6 of which is going to ignore hardness.
So you ignore 6 hardness.
I ignore 6 hardness. Sorry, I phrased that incorrectly.
So the steel door has, oh my god,
20 hardness.
Yes, I'm gonna write it down on the floor here. Nope. Steel door.
20 hardness, 60 hit points, so 10 damage gets through, I believe.
Hit points, and it has a hardness. Yeah, so 14. Wait. You did 24.
Yeah, 24 minus 20 for hardness, plus 6 for penetrating.
Okay, so
10 damage gets through.
Yes. No, 10 damage gets through. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. 10 damage. All right. That's Gus's turn. Catch. What do you do?
Catch throws his gun on the ground and free action says, "Yo, I know when to give up." But he's really gonna delay and see if these guys are actually going to stop trying to attack him.
You're muted.
Am I?
No, I can hear
Oh,
Leif.
Thomas muted.
I'm muted. No, it was me. All right.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm very distracted by whatever is happening downstairs.
Hopefully, it's not a secret murder.
Again,
all right.
it's not
So,
murder, it's body
he
disposal.
just had too many Amontellados. Just leave him alone.
all right. So, this Kalo mercenary is going to eye you shrewdly and roll a sense motive check to see what you might actually,
Oh, Ketch is giving up for reals.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep
Yeah. Well,
fighting for his life if they're going to try and keep attacking him, but
he's still rolling sense motive just to
Yeah.
see how much he trusts you.
that's fair.
So he lowers his rifle and says, "Why did you all sabotage this base?"
Sabotage. We just got here.
Why should I believe you?
I don't know. Ask your friend outside. I check the camera. I don't know. Why shouldn't you believe me?
We were radioed in from Elysia saying that some visitors to the planet went off and disappeared. You match the descriptions. We were here before. However, we have been sent your descriptions to apprehend you. So he raises his rifle once more and is going to fire.
Is this how you apprehend people?
If you're the company. That's going to be a 12 versus your EAC is probably going to miss. So he doesn't do a very good job of apprehending you.
You didn't hear the quotes around the apprehend, Simon.
Ketch ducks out of the way of the shot is how I imagine it happens.
Yeah. All right.
Is this
So
other guy going to try and stab me too?
he watches to see what you do.
All right then. God, well, we doing this then, I guess. Ketch free action falls into the water.
Ooh, I think they're good at swimming though.
Oh yeah. Oh, friend, I heard the race.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Red is going to say to Blue, "I'll go after him. You go look for the others," and dive into the water with you.
You go look for the others as he's shouting over the sound of tortured metal.
Where could they possibly be?
So Red is going to dive into the pool with you. You instantly know that you are outmatched by this guy in swimming. But again, that was not a surprise to Ketch. And he is going to take a stab at Ketch with this spear. That is a 14 versus Ketch's KAC.
Misses.
All right. That will be that encounter.
That was just a free action on my part.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. All right, so go ahead and take your turn then.
Ketch is gonna capsule his submarine back out of the bag.
Lol.
Okay.
And scramble inside best he can.
right. I will let that be your whole turn.
Your saran wrap submarine. Good luck.
Yeah. All right, cool. So Ketch is now in a submarine. We're gonna theater of the mind, Ketch and Red, fighting underneath this facility. And
Bobbing and weaving between support struts.
yeah, it's really cool, and definitely not what I expected, which is great.
It's like Deep Blue Sea when they're being chased by or being dragged by the shark underwater.
Mhm. Sure. Auntie Nuna, what do you do?
All right, so I guess Auntie Nuna still isn't going to be able to move any faster than, what is it, 15 feet?
Half your
Or is
speed
it 10
because of
feet?
the squeezing.
Okay. But is the water level low enough that I'm not going to
The water level is at 0 right now
0.
because
Cool.
of the because of the
All
pump.
right. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's 15 feet. And she's going to look around for the source of that telepathic signal, distress call. Hello?
You get a small pulse in your mind again of a it feels the same as the initial telepathic plea. It's coming from the direction of the room. That's all you get.
Oh. Then I guess she'll double move.
Okay.
1, 5, and then what can she see now that she's in it?
All right. This sleek, well-appointed laboratory has a variety of research and analytical equipment. Built into its curved exterior wall, several aquariums host a myriad of life, including coral colonies, small glowing fish, and a large eel with feathery fins. Large rectangular metal tanks topped with nets of fine mesh rest below each aquarium. Dissection tables, scales, and waterproofed computers sit in organized rows in the middle of the room. Go ahead and make me your choice of an engineering, life science, or perception check as you look at these tanks.
Engineering. Ugh, it's just a 19.
You notice that each aquarium has a control panel that opens either of its sides. It can open to Terra 5's interior and exterior, but not both at the same time, similar to the doors, forming a sort of waterlock with the ocean outside the lab. The metal tanks reclaim the water, and the nets catch the contents of the aquariums when they empty into the interior. So
I see.
Yeah, sort of for catching samples. Go ahead and make me a perception check now.
All right. That's a 13.
Okay. You're able to pinpoint the location of the telepathic distress call from earlier out in the hallway. It is coming from the tank with a large eel with feathery fins. The creature seems to be under considerable stress caused by its presence in the tank.
All right. Marayoth, do you know... sorry, which corner is this in? Is this just like a...
We'll say... Oh, sorry, I had a different tool up. We'll say this one to the far northeast, or northwest.
All right, then she'll make a... No, actually, she'll stay here and go, Marayoth, would you check out that eel for me, please?
Can I do like a free life science to figure out what that eel is?
Sure.
You're kind of benevolent.
I am at that.
A 20.
Marayoth, you have no idea what that could be. You guess that it might be something native to this planet, which would then make sense as to why you'd never seen it before.
That is an eel. It's from here. Oh, is it the one that talked to you?
I believe so, yes.
What if you press the buttons on that aquarium?
I don't believe I have enough movement speed for that.
Oh, yes, of course. All right.
All right. So that's going to be Nuna's turn, as she spent 2 move actions to get into that room. We are on to Sloane, who is going to spend her turn piloting the remote-operated vehicle. Oh, yeah, with a 31, Sloane manages to patch up room A8.
Nice.
Is going to help a little bit. And
Every little bit helps.
Indeed. Marayoth, you are up.
Marayoth is interested in this eel, and it sounds like Cat and Gus have got this whole thing handled. So, yeah, we'll free this eel. Marayoth can land now that there's not much water, and we'll buzz over and let that in, press the button that unlocks the aquarium so it goes out onto a net.
Okay. Wait, are you releasing it into the ocean, or you're putting it on a net, this water-breathing creature?
Oh, I see. I guess into the ocean, since it seems like it's native here.
Okay. So you... Hold on, I gotta go shut the door super quick, because, yeah.
In the meantime, while he's gone, this pause brought to you by Net. I got nothing.
This pause brought to you by Sioux City Sarsaparilla, the granddaddy of all root beers.
Not actually sponsored by Sioux City
Non-spawn.
Sarsaparilla. Okay, so you release the eel back into the water, and it sort of does that classic little swirl in the water, and it forms like a little figure 8 pattern of joy, and you get a small little sense of gratitude, and it floats off through the water, swims away. Very, very cool. And
we helped free our friend. Oh, somewhere else Catch screams.
Hey, that thing's telepathic. Maybe it will go and help Catch in his underwater combat.
Oh yeah, I try to think at it. Visualize a vision of Catch looking real scared.
oh,
And friend.
it continues swimming away as fast as it can.
That's
Yeah, it's
fair.
like,
We probably
sorry,
would.
dude.
Yeah.
Do I have any movement left, or is that my movement standard?
That was your moving standard. So, all right, round 7. Let me check my ever-growing list of triggers. Nope,
I feel like
think
we're
we're
being
good.
too slow and bad things are happening elsewhere.
All right, so that happens, and okay, we are good to continue on. Gus.
Let's pierce the heavens, Tom.
All right.
Another 11. What the heck, y'all?
Well, it's just a door. It's not that hard to hit.
Yeah.
I know, but maybe
yeah,
I could roll a crit, and I could
That's-
I
really
don't think you can
rip
crit doors.
through it. You don't
Yeah,
know that.
walls are immune to crits.
All you care about is
Oh.
the damage.
All right, but 15 damage. But this time I'm ignoring 18 hardness.
All right, so all
so
but
13
2
gets
of that gets through. So at this number, which is, I put it on the map, 37 hit points remaining on that wall. All right, Kayla Mercenary, the blue is going to come over to this wall and sort of hear the commotion and investigate it curiously. And that's going to be Blue's turn. And Red is going to begin swimming after Catch and his little torpedo mini sub, and take a shot at the mini sub with his rifle.
Shouldn't it be at
Come on,
27 hit points?
It was 50 minus 13, should be 37.
Oh, because it started at 60, not 50. My bad. Never mind.
Yes, it started at yep. All right, firing at the mini sub. That is a 17. This is with the 0 rifle, by the by. So a 17 versus EAC will.
That will just hit, I want to say.
I think so. If it does, please take 10 points of cold damage before hardness.
Okay.
All right.
Still limping along.
And
Catch guns it.
it is now Catch's. Yep. Okay. So Catch zips off. Goodbye, Catch. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye, mean callow person.
All right. Good. And I will tell you, the Kalo definitely did not expect you to pull a mini sub out of hammer space. So the good news is,
I'm getting my money's worth. I have no more buyer's remorse.
yeah, that's good. That's good. The good news is nothing else. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to.
Yeah,
catch
Kayla's a good swimmer, but not 200 feet swimmer.
Yeah.
No, now
Yeah.
Gus just has to fight 2 of them.
The good news
You're
is guns
melee.
does a lot
I'm
more
ranged.
damage.
I was doomed from the start. You have this in the bag.
Yeah. All right. On to Nuna, or should I
All
say
right.
Auntie Nuna?
All right. Well, that was a waste of time. All right.
No, we
One.
freed an eel.
2, 3.
Oh,
And
did Patch tell us, like, over the comms that he's kind of safe?
nope.
No. Catch is really upset right now. He's in a leaky sub. He left his gun behind in A1. He's having a bad day.
Oh my
Yeah, that makes
god!
Oh my god.
He's just thinking about how bad would it be if I just went back to the ship? Would they be upset with me? Yeah, they'd be really upset.
And between Gus and Marayoth, Gus is like, all Marayoth is getting is just Gus's focus on this door and like flashes of like heated up, tortured steel screaming, and Gus is getting images of just like this little eel flopping into the ocean and swimming away.
Oh, I wish I was in there. That looks a lot nicer.
That's so cool. Bear down on it.
So, Nuna, was that your whole action, Nuna, or whole turn?
Yeah, that was a double move, and I don't think she can open this door, right? So.
You cannot because Marayoth needs to get out of there.
Yep.
So
All right,
that's gonna be-
Marayoth.
All right.
Ready when you are.
Sloan will move the ROV over to the next room that looks bad, which appears to be A10 on the map. And that's going to be, got to make that piloting check and not roll a 2. That is not a 2. Marayoth, onto you.
Marayoth will, their good deed done for the day, move back. They have compression, so this isn't so hard. They'll close that door behind them. Probably get like here. And then think, Gus, should we come to you or continue looping around? We were delayed by rescuing a smart eel.
Well, that's super cool. I'm making pretty good progress. It's probably going to take me another like 18 seconds to get through this door.
Oh, that's a while. All right. Marayoth will continue along
18 seconds, that's so long.
and reopen this door,
Okay.
which I guess lets in more water.
Yeah, it
But it's
does.
even lower now.
So it appears.
Oh, it
that
went
this-
back up.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's almost as if there's a leak in this room.
Oh.
So that turns A3A back to 2, and A4 becomes 2. All right. Bad news for anybody that's not named Marayoth.
Oh no.
All right, and you may continue your turn if you have further action.
Yeah. Oh gosh, how far are those? 15. So I can only move 5 more feet to like here with my
Okay.
fly speed.
All righty
Oh
then.
dear. Auntie Nuna, maybe you need to go back since there may be lots of water.
Oh dear.
Or I guess I can close the door behind. We can close the door behind us if.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
We will continue looping around since we can fly. You go help Gus.
I can't help Gus any more than he's being helped.
Well, eventually he will get through that door.
Indeed. By which point I hope to be there.
Okay, so Nuna, as your as at the top of round 8, you hear water begin flooding into room A5 that you had just left. Actually, you don't hear that. I'm sorry. It's happening, but I just said before, at the beginning of this encounter that you wouldn't really be able to hear through doors. So you know what? Never mind. But know that in the background, things are happening. Okay, cool. So that's going to be that. And let's continue with Gus. Make me another attack on that door.
I will pierce the heavens. What the literal heck? 10, 11,
Take the
11,
reroll.
10.
Take the
Do we
reroll.
have- Do we have one?
Reroll.
We do have one
Reroll.
reroll from Butt Stubble. I heard those magic words of no more rerolls. Would you like to take it?
Yes, please.
He has
Oh,
taken-
God.
All right.
19 damage, so 17 gets through.
All right. Wait, I thought you said you ignore hardness of 18, so 16 gets through, right? With your the first we reroll the d20. So,
I ignore 18. It has 20 hardness. I did 19 damage, subtract 2.
So
So
you did
17.
18 damage.
you did 18 with the first roll, though. Remember, you only reroll the d20.
Oh, yeah,
not
sorry.
the- That's okay. It's still a sizable chunk of.
I'm
damage.
discombobulated by my abysmal rolls.
That's okay. I apologize for your abysmal rolls. However, that's okay. That's all I got. Sorry. Blue is going to. We're gonna send this.
That's okay.
Just because that's okay. Blue continues to sort of stare at the door curiously, and Red is going to poke his head up through the water and sort of, say something to Blue that you all don't get to hear.
I mean, I feel
And
like at
now
this
it's
point,
Ed's
there's
turn.
probably like a foot of a no-qual drill just sticking through, just spinning, and like a ring of cherry red hot steel door around it, probably.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then in that case, Blue is sort of, prepping very, again, stormtrooper-like, sort of aiming at the door that Darth Vader is melting, except it's an opal drill instead of a red lightsaber. So, Ketch, what do you do on your turn?
We're gonna circle around the base 200 feet, and I figure I probably have enough movement to get around to where A11 is. Can I inspect A11 from the outside?
I would love that if you did that. Yeah, so
Cool, I'm doing that.
you roll up on A11, and I will read you yet another room description.
Ooh.
Water fills this room. A massive drilling rig has collapsed through the sea-facing wall, and now takes up much of the chamber. An android's corpse occupies the control chair. Large tanks filled with a dull gray liquid leak into the water.
Oh dear.
Make me a medicine or perception check as you approach this android. I'll say you can get close enough to take a look.
Oh goodness. Well, it's a 9 or a 10. We'll roll perception. 22.
Okay. No, I closed my notes instead of tabbing over them.
I hate that.
God. This is a disaster, the likes of which has never been seen before. I'm fine, I'm here. All right,
It's
so
all my fault.
So, A11. The shrapnel from an explosion most likely was the cause of death on this android. The drilling rig that seemed to have fallen through the wall and pinned him to his chair certainly didn't help. Your eagle eyes see a chain on his neck, along with what appears to have like a locket on it or something like that. There are also some. I want to say, oh no, this isn't. This is a different room from that one that had another thing. So, yes, that's what you see in this room. Dead android. Is that your turn, Catch?
I'd examine A2 as well if I have more actions.
I'll say you can examine A2 next round.
Right, then that was my turn.
Okay, great. And Auntie Nuna, what would you like to do? Your room is at water level 2 currently.
Okay. Well, she's going to send over comms. Gus, do you think you're going to get through that door anytime soon?
Probably in the next 6 to 12 seconds.
All right.
So precise.
All right.
I'm a very
she's
skilled
gonna-
miner.
She's going to close the door that's between her and Mariath.
I think we already
And-
did that, but sure.
Okay. There wasn't a bar there, so one.
I didn't put it back, but yes, you're probably right. Sorry, I probably did it.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Closing the door behind her.
More water.
But not before the water levels change once more. You let in a little bit of water, and now the room that you and Gus are standing in is water level 1, as is A4. Okay, so that A3. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm not going to track all the A3s with D6s because this whole octagon is A3 except for like 3 rooms. So, anyhow, that's that. Anything else, Auntie Nuna, or was that all of your actions?
That's all of her actions, I think.
Okay.
No, it was just one, but she can't do anything else, so.
Okay. Moral support.
Mhm.
Sloane is going to pilot once again this ROV to tell it to fix a hole that she sees in this room. Okay. This has been patched. So I'm just going to make a note for myself real quick. Patch with ROV once. Cool. And we move on to Marayoth.
Marioth will hover through room 3, spreading water as they go. Open this door.
Okay. Good. Excellent. So you open that door, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, more water. So this room
Thanks, I hate
had water level 3, and that room had water level 2. So this room stays at 3. This room becomes 3.
Oh, the amount of water increases.
Yes. That is that. I'm going to chalk it up to these rooms both have leaks in them, so a little bit more water is flooding in to make up the half difference.
It's oxygen spontaneously combined.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, total movement is 80, so we can get to here and close the door and then open the next one and move through it.
Okay. So let's mess with dynamic lighting. Boop and boop. So this room had water level 0, so it becomes water level 2. This room becomes water level 2.
But this door is still open.
Ah, interesting. All right. So
yeah, I didn't think this through, did I?
I see. Oh, interesting. All right, so this room is at water level 0 still. You could not get through that door. Thank you for catching that.
This whole plan was ill-advised. I don't know why I thought that by going around I could solve the problem.
Well, engineer that door open, Simon.
These bads are just not good at closing doors behind them, and it's thrown everything off.
Well,
very rude.
soon Gus will get through there and be able to close this door, perhaps. You'll have to telepathy that to him.
I mean, that's probably slower than just flying over there, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I just feel dumb for not even thinking about this.
It's a weird situation we find ourselves in. That's okay.
Yeah, I guess how early could I have realized this?
I'm going to say you opened the door from A3A to the very south, true south to A3B. But I would let you take it back to that far if you wanted. Like, you opened the door.
Realizes this was a terrible plan from the beginning, closes the door, and goes back.
Okay.
And I guess I started here, and then I just undo my move, so I end up where I started. Does that sound right?
That sounds fair. Sure.
All right.
Okay. So that is that. That's the end of round 8. We get to round 9. We'll do the round 9 stuff as so what happens is Dev says to Sloan that he actually feels better and feels up to operating the ROV himself now. He says, you know what, you go join your team. I'll be right back. I'm back right as rain. Well, not right as rain, but I think I can operate the old girl at least. And you go see what else you can do. So he'll take over the controls, and next round, Sloan, on her turn, Sloan will be able to rejoin the team. And I think that's where we're going to leave it off. Oh, Marayoth, the room you are in, you actually see it this time, gets a little bit more water in it. So that's kind of alarming. And this room now also gets a little bit more water in it. So there you have it. That's where we're going to end this week. Will our heroes save Terra 5? Will they find Shan? Tune in next time on Non-Standard Action. So
Underwater edition.
Yeah.
Underwater Boogaloo. Very, very good. I hope you all had fun with this. I know it's a weird...
Yes, it is. It is weird, but it's really cool.
I super like it, actually. It's like the least punishing way I've seen to break up a group of PCs, and I really like it.
Yeah. It's definitely, this is I didn't see it necessarily going as split up as it was, but it is sort of designed to be that way, isn't it? I suppose it's just you have all these things that you need to accomplish, and then it started really with one of you being separated from the rest of the party and immediately encountering the Kalo. This would have been, and that, by the way, was a random chance. There was a 25% chance that Ketch was going to encounter them. And
of
naturally,
course.
Naturally.
I got the shit end of the stick. Sorry, the fleam end of the stick, like I typically do.
And maybe next week my rolls won't be just complete poop, and I could get through the door in one turn.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. I've got.
That's the dream, buddy.
You would not believe how many notes I have going both on the layer that you can see and not on the layer that you can see. This is.
I 100% believe you, Tom.
Quite an encounter and a lot of fun. So thank you. I'll start by saying thank you to Paizo for the wonderful AP we have, and specifically Joe Passini for writing book 3. It's nutso. So, as always, a new Cosmic Crit episode should be dropping tonight. Jet, what's happening Thursday?
Probably another hour and a half of combat, but hopefully everyone's there to enjoy it this time.
I enjoyed it last time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I enjoyed it last time. It was just a lot, Tom. You understand.
Yes, I do. I was there.
For those of you that haven't listened or watched, I was controlling about 32 to 34 enemies.
Which show is that on?
Rise of the Star Lords, Thursday evenings at, why is the time frame dropping out of my head? 8 o'clock
PDT,
Eastern.
the best time zone.
That's 6 p.m. PT.
Or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 p.m. if you're in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who
Our
does
vast-
that?
Our vast
Who is?
Alaska audience. yeah.
Definitely not half of the cast for that show. So yes, thank you, Leif, for running our audio through Groovy. That was a weird way to say that. Through Groovy, the musical Discord bot. Groovy, baby. Leif, who do we have to thank for music this week?
Oh, who do we have to thank this time? Rittiman, Relax Cafe Music, and White Bat Audio, all found on YouTube, all 100% free, all 100% awesome.
Excellent. Our fantastic character art was done by Anycola. She is at Anycola on Twitter. Hit her up for some commissions. Thank you to Paizo again, and a truly happy PaizoCon for everybody. I think this was a great episode to be running on PaizoCon weekend. I don't know if we have any new listeners through the PaizoCon stream schedule, but if we do, welcome to the Nansa Nerd Nation. Love that alliteration, actually. That's great. I can't believe it's taken us 4 series to get there.
Yeah, wow. Hold on.
Yeah, Nansa Nerd Nation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
heck yeah.
We've had, in the last 3 hours,
It is
3
long.
new followers.
Ooh.
Sweet. Well, welcome once again. Thank you to Nick for our stream assets. Thank you to Jet for running the stream today. And all of you for being my players. And finally to you, dear listener and or viewer, for joining us. We wouldn't be a show without you. We would just be some nerds sitting on Discord playing a game anyway. But, it's more fun with the listeners here, I think. It's pretty cool.
True. And also,
we can't
all of
do
those
that joke
extra
every week.
rolls.
I
Also,
wrote
yeah,
that
extra rolls
joke
help
every
us.
week, Simon. I've wrote it in my closing spiel.
we would be dead without the viewers, is what I think.
So join us in Discord after the stream to chat and shoot the flame, ask questions, hear behind the scenes stuff, etc., etc. Ask me how many D6 I own because of that picture that I posted in the Series 4 chat. So I've rambled enough, taken enough of your time, so it's time for us to get out of here. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Everyone.
And Jet, take us into the drift.